Conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra 106.3 app.
In 2016, Brad Thomas was tapped to become an advisor to the president for good reason. He's an expert in the world's largest asset, one that's larger than stocks and bonds combined. It's let him amass over $1 billion in business transactions, launch his own New York Stock Exchange-listed ETF, develop a network of ultra-wealthy contacts, and more. But his mission is to help ordinary folks in the stock market using insights he's gained from his network. A small group of his followers could have seen 44% annualized gains per year over 5 years. Now he's opening membership to his research in a whole new way, and he's sharing what nearly 30 billionaires and multimillionaires taught him about wealth. This begins with his top investment opportunity, which could deliver huge gains as a new administration moves into the White House. He insists it's one of several investments you must move your money into before the end of 2024. Go to bradalert.com to learn more. He's agreed to share it now. That's bradalert.com, paid for by Wide Moat Research.
They say free, but what they really mean is see the fine print. There's no shortage of ads from the big wireless carriers offering the latest iPhone for free. To qualify, you need to trade in your phone valued at $1,000. And you need to be on the $100 a month unlimited plan and pay the $35 activation fee.
That's a lot of money for a free phone. Don't fall for it. Pure Talk, my cell phone company, has a better option. Get a brand new iPhone 14, which has everything you need, plus get unlimited talk, text, 15 gigs of data, and mobile hotspot, all for $50 a month. That's half the price, and you get a new iPhone powered by America's most dependable 5G network.
Switch to a company that invests in American jobs to better serve you. Dial pound 250, say keywords Clay and Buck. Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will make switching a breeze. Plus, when you dial pound 250 and say Clay and Buck, you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
It's Christmas again, and it's that time of year to gather with family and those you hold dear. But what will you bring and where will you go? When it comes to great gifts, there's just one name to know. Solomon Brothers, it's just the right place. Because a fine piece of jewelry puts a smile on a face. So stop in today, and you know you won't fail. Because at Solomon Brothers, there's an incredible sale. From 1 carat to 6, you'll get the best deal. You'll love how it looks and how it makes her feel. In carats, they start at just under $1,000. You'll find earrings and bracelets or a ring for their hand. And when you give a gift that's from Solomon Brothers, it will be unique and not like the others. So don't miss this sale because it won't last long. Just trust Solomon Brothers and you'll never go wrong. Stop into Solomon Brothers Jewelers today and get 1 carat total weight diamond stud earrings, tennis bracelet, necklace, or rings starting at under $9.99. So shop Solomon Brothers Jewelers or SolomonBrothers.com.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. The 3 p.m. hour is presented by First Liberty Building and Loan.
This is a Fox News alert. Tragedy at a school in Wisconsin. I'm Lisa Brady. A deadly mass shooting at a Christian school where 3 people were killed. The suspect is among the dead, 6 others wounded.
911 calls rang out just before 11 a.m. local time from Abundant Life Christian School in Madison.
When officers arrived, they found multiple victims suffering from gunshot wounds.
Where Police Chief Sean Barnes says the suspected shooter, a juvenile, was a student there, where the scene remains active with multiple law enforcement agencies. A unification center is set up with the public urged to steer clear.
This is something that we all prepare for, but we hope we never have to do.
IDs and any information about the gunman's motive are all still pending.
Fox's Jeff Manasso. Police say responding officers found the suspected shooter dead in the building. And again, they're confirming 3 people dead, including the shooter, with 6 wounded. Police say information previously released during their briefing about 5 people dead was not correct. President-elect Trump confirming that Amazon's Jeff Bezos will join the recent stream of business leaders visiting his Florida estate. Contrast to his first election.
It's like a complete opposite. In the first one, and the press has covered that fairly, actually, for change. The first one, they were very hostile. And maybe it was my fault, but I don't really think so. They were just very right from the beginning. And this one is much less hostile. It's really the opposite of hostile.
This during a more than hour-long news conference earlier today at Mar-a-Lago, where the CEO of Japanese investment firm SoftBank announced a $100 billion investment over 4 years, focusing on artificial intelligence and critical infrastructure, double what he pledged in the first Trump term, based, he says, on his confidence level in the U.S. economy after this Trump win. An hour to the close, the Dow's down 10 points, but the NASDAQ hitting new highs. America's listening to Fox News.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Oh, goody, a school shooting. Look out, it's only me. It's only the Kimmer. I mean, here we go. With Pete Davis, sidekick producer, Sports Rec out to our street here. Mechanical Immaculate closes. Flounder. It's freaking Monday. God. I mean, come on. No shoot. Why schools? Come on, stop. God. Jeez. Here we go. How you doing? Happy freaking Monday, 303. And it's only me. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Here's the number. Let's get going. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. And we don't know you probably heard that report. Well, I'm assuming you did. And we don't know much about it. Apparently, the boy or girl or either or neither who did it is dead, presumably by self-inflicted wound, but we don't know that. If there was a school research officer, I don't know. Well, we don't know. And again, we're all, who knows what. But obviously, we're getting an echo. Is that a thing? Oh, God, I'm the only one who can hear that, or can you guys hear it? Everything I'm saying, I'm getting repeated back to me.
No echo.
No echo?
It's only you.
Okay, well, I can live with that. Oh, God. Throw it out, fine. 304, shut up. Everything's fine. Anyway, we got the school shooting, and we'll talk about that. We got Donald Trump. By the way, I saw part of this while I was working at home before I came in. What an incredible news conference. I mean, he's with this Japanese guy who said, I'm now double down Donald. I'm doubling down Donald. I mean, everything about Donald Trump doing a news conference with people and announcing stuff is really, really fantastic. And he answered everything. You're going to hear a couple of sound bites. I mean, he doesn't shy away from anything. I mean, he answered more questions and got more information out and raised more issues and raised more questions for follow-up stuff than President Crime Family Pervert did in 4 years. Just today, Trump did. I mean, it's unbelievable. Anyway, so we'll talk about that stuff, too. I'm really impressed. I'm telling you, I'm really impressed. I just feel good about everything about that. Also, the drone stuff. Holy cow. And here we go again. And I have a couple of major questions. The obvious ones are, if it is just some company doing something, why don't they just say so? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, geez, we're sorry. We were trying to do this at night because we didn't want to disturb anybody, but we're looking for underground gas leaks as part of a new program for the new agriculture department technology or something, or whatever. I mean, oh, God, no. Or, we're doing experiments on AI controlling drones and stuff. We should have told you come on, you got to be killing me. And I'll bet you this. I'll bet you 80% of them are just goofballs having fun. I'll bet you that most of the things going on right now, after the first ones were discovered, all of a sudden anybody who's got a drone's flying it. So, I mean, I'll bet you most of it is nonsense. On the other hand, if 80%, even 90% of it is just some idiot in the backyard playing with drones, then that leaves 10% which are not, and which are way bigger than your backyard drone. So anyway, I mean, and again, you just say so. Also, you'll hear the latest on the Democrats melting down, which is kind of funny. Also, the restaurant in D.C. fighting back, saying, oh, no, you don't get to do that, threatening people that we're going to treat you like crap if you're a Republican at the restaurants. Why would a Republican go to any restaurant in Washington, D.C. for the next 4 years? So I think finally someone said, you were freaking idiot about that. They may have found Santa Claus's dead body. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Santa's alive. No. If you have children, we got school stuff. They're still in school, right? They're still in school, getting out of school right now. If you're driving along with your kids, Santa's fine. He's up and he's got the whole sleigh thing going. But they may have found a place in, of all places, Turkey for the original earthly figure of Santa Claus. Well, we'll talk about that. And what else we got here? The Jamie Foxx story. You know, frankly, I will talk about it because it's just, if it had been reversed, once again, if it had been a white guy saying things about black chicks, no more black chicks for me, man. Can you imagine?
And then insult them while you're doing it.
And can you, jeez, I mean.
Well, he's a piece of crap from a long way
back. He's a piece of crap. And by the way, you know, he says, he was crying on his special, and he talked about getting a stroke, and in Atlanta, they saved him in Atlanta. Oh, God, he's a punk and a bum. He loves Cuba. He hates America. He hates what we stand for. He is not a patriotic American citizen. He loves Venezuela and Cuba. Look it up.
A few years ago, he said Texas was the same now as it was in the 1950s. Nothing had changed in race relations.
He's a racist. He's a hateful divider, typical left-wing socialist, race-baiting hater Democrat. Your modern Jamie Foxx is your modern hating, race-baiting divider Democrat. Always finding something wrong with the way. I mean, so God, you know, lucky for you, you're freaking born here to be able to say that stuff. And by the way, you're free to go over and have fun in Cuba and get all the Cuban sex and drinks you want, and then go to Venezuela, have all the sex and drinks you want in Venezuela, and then come home free and clear. You know, because you're an American. You lucky bastard. You lousy punk. You know, you're rubbing in our face that you slam us for the things that God gave you the grace to be lucky enough to be born into. I hate these people. I swear to God. I mean, they just, you know, how come they never wear the uniform? Oh, sorry. I'm starting all right. I'm done. Okay, that's all. I'm sorry.
It's Monday.
I mean, so. Well, no, I had a very bizarre weekend. And by the way, those dirty, beautiful morning bastards from the morning show.
Hypocrites. Hypocrites.
All right, don't hear all of them. And we got all the news. I mentioned all the newsy stuff. Now I'm getting personal. Okay, so I'm listening this morning, and it's saying, that Kimmer, you know, he went into Laura. She runs the joint, Laura down here. He goes into Laura and says, yes, he's going to the Christmas party. He's going to the Christmas party. Okay, for the record, I didn't even know there was a Christmas party, okay? Nobody ever told me. And it was some app it doesn't show up on my phone, so I never knew this email business they have here. No one's ever gone through it. Anyway, so Pete, on the day of the final telling the boss of the office, Pete said, have you signed up for the Christmas party? I said, I didn't know. We said, yes, today's the deadline. I said, oh, crap. So I went and said, okay, I'll go. I'll be there. Thank you, sir. I didn't mean to. Da-da-da. Well, I just said that. And then I started hearing people talk about it. I'll be making fun of me wandering around like a silly old man by myself at the where all the loving couples are there with their loving brides and their girlfriends and stuff like that for the Christmas party, all dressed up and oogling and on arm in arm and I'll be wandering around. I'll be like Biden wandering around wondering where the hell I'm supposed to go next all by myself. So I decided no, I'm not going. So they were ripping the crap out of me. I mean, so I got a good reason, for all the anyway. So they're ripping the crap out of me, and then they were talking, and then they started ripping me because Tug started giving a birthday, and every time Tug gives somebody's famous birthday, they go, you're being a Kimmer, which is pretty funny. I got a kick on it. And then Tug, and they were talking about the Christmas party, and Tug said, well, the reason I just really didn't feel like going. I just, had stuff going on, and I'm going, wait, whoa, what? Wait, Tug admitted he didn't go because he really didn't feel like it. And then the Rhino, the say hey kid, says, well, my girlfriend and I, there's going to be liquor there, so I didn't want to drive because then going home, so I called Uber, and they were going to charge me $100 each way, so I'm not going. So he didn't go, and Pete didn't go, and Flounder. so anyway, and I feel kind of bad, but again, I think it's mostly, isn't this really mostly salespeople and the 680 people, really? I mean, but again, everybody had, I don't know whether even people do any Christmas parties or holiday, I guess, parties anymore, really.
Well, that's why, because nobody goes.
Yeah. But I mean, and again, I have to, well, again, I mean, my reason is strictly personal because I'd really, be humiliated walking around by myself, wondering, who these people are that I've never met before, and husbands and wives and stuff, and I would just be embarrassing. I mean, humiliating, and then go home into a darkened stairway. I'm home, honey. I'm home. Kind of deal. So, but again, I wouldn't. And again, years and years ago, and if I was married, had a girlfriend, I'd have been there. If I, but I'm not going to wander around by myself. I'm 20 years older than anybody who's ever even been in this building, for God's sake. So,
it's a reason for showing your wife or girlfriend around and showing her off.
You should show your wife and girlfriend. You should do absolutely. You should do that. That's the reason. Get her dressed up, get her a special dress and jewelry, and show her off to the Christmas party. That's exactly why you go. Mm-hmm. And I hope they all did. I hope all the girls. I know Bella and Amanda. I mean, they got the men in their lives, and Aaron has got. I'm sure they all do. Bella Belly Bell Bell. Anyway, so that's fine. But again, so I felt a little bad. But again, I honestly, it would hurt. It would be a really sad deal. And it's bad enough that I got one family that's gone forever, and I got another family that's in Colorado. So I don't really need any more. Okay, piling on about this time of year. So anyway, but it's all
and people who wanted to see you, wanted you to be there. You totally turned your back on it.
Well, I guess, Pete, that's the way you would put it. Sure. And how about the people who wanted to see you, Pete? You just didn't feel like going down. Plus, Saturday is football night for you, you bastard. Don't try to trick me.
This year, I hurt my back, and it would hurt to drive 2 hours, then turn around and drive 2 hours back with a hurt back.
Well, good excuse. Yes, that's fair. That's fair. And Flounder had a whole family thing and visitors and stuff, so there's no way he could have pulled this off. So anyway, but again, I hope
I had planned on going. I just got the dates mixed up.
Yeah. Well, see, there you are. Sounds like something.
I mean, no, I didn't.
You sure about that?
I remembered about the Christmas party. I just forgot about the shower.
That's right, too. Well, whatever. Anyway, it's all good. Join us 404-741-1230.
You're a man. Men don't go to showers.
No, he took a shower. He was there in a shower with a girl. For God's sakes, give the man a break. Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, 313. Happy Monday, and here we go. Christmas stuff coming up next. You'll like that. We're going to do it next. Flounder coming right out of here, and then we'll get to the news. There we go. Look out.
Following this historic election, the news from the left is louder than ever.
Toxic personalities don't have political affiliations.
Which means you need voices you can trust to make sense of it all. Extra 106.3 is dedicated to earning that trust every day with trusted local and national voices, Atlanta radio legends like Neil Bortz and The Kimmer, and the international resources of Fox News. This is your community and your voice. The conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM.
That would be we, 314. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and a great smile awaits you at the Kimmer Dentist, Dr. Dina Giesler, AtlantaSmiles.com. Honestly, as soon as I start thinking about this, I start smiling because I just have the best time there at the dentist. I know that sounds stupid. I'm not making this up. It's true. Atlanta Smiles, Dr. Dina Giesler. I went to her the first time 30 years ago, and I'm telling you now, she's still the pro that she's always been. Number one ranked master dentist when she was in the Navy. Cosmetic dentistry, cleaning, bridges, crowns. I just had a couple teeth thing done. I'm going back for new, I don't know what they call it, but it's a thing I got to do, and which is no problem. First of all, I love this office. These people, and again, there's a guy there, but that's basically all women, and they're Kimmer babes. They have great attitudes, and by that I mean that they love America. They love what they do. They're happy. I mean, they walk in and they're smiling. They're just happy. They're always just making you feel better, and they're professionals in every single way, and it makes you feel better. And of course, they laugh at my jokes, and which is fine, especially because I take the gas. But the other thing is, I'm telling you, all the work they can do, the crowns and bridges and all that kind of stuff. And there's a doggy. Honest to goodness, Dr. Dina said, "Would you like the doggy?" I said, "Well, of course I'd like the doggy." And a little puppy comes right and sits there and takes a little nap in your lap. Like they say, she'll sleep with everybody right there while you're getting your work done. If you don't think that makes you feel better, I'm telling you, wait till you try it. Ask for the doggy. Don't forget, veterans 10% right off the top. Just tell them when you call. And here's that number. Your smile's waiting. 404-262-7733. On the web, AtlantaSmiles.com.
Hi, my name is Steve from Marietta, and we hired ATL Turf Co. to build our dream backyard golf setup. They installed a large 4-hole putting green, a sand bunker, a short game area, and did a full conversion to artificial grass around the pool with decorative retaining walls. ATL Turf Co. was really creative. They were efficient. The installation was a breeze. Price was completely reasonable, and I definitely appreciated their communication throughout the project. I would definitely recommend ATL Turf Co. to anybody thinking about doing a backyard makeover. You can check them out online right now at atlturfco.com.
Hey Roswell, looking for the perfect bite this football season? Head on over to Nucky's Hoagies Roswell Corners, where every sandwich is crafted with love by us.
The Sub Sisters,
Stacy
and Shannon. Whether you're looking to cater a football tailgate party or grabbing lunch to go or dining in, we've got delicious Nucky's menu items for you. When you bite into a Nucky's Hoagies, you'll taste the difference. The softest hoagie rolls ever, with the freshest ingredients that'll make your taste buds dance.
Make Nucky's Hoagies in Roswell Corners on Woodstock Road your new favorite sandwich spot.
Rhino here for my elves at True Prep. Don't give a tie or socks or a thoughtless gift card from a big box store. Show you put some care and thought into their gift by giving them a gift from one of the most unique stores in Atlanta, and that's True Prep. Check for weekly sales during the month of December, and as an added bonus, for every $50 spent on a gift card, True Prep will give you a bonus card with a $5 added bonus. For details, check online at trueprep.com. That's TRUprep.com. Prepare today for a worry-free tomorrow at True Prep.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and Jim Ellis Chevrolet is making it even brighter with employee pricing for all this holiday season. Hey, it's Chuck and Chernoff, and this December you pay what Jim Ellis Chevy employees pay, making now the perfect time to get behind the wheel of a new Chevrolet at an exceptional price. Maximize your savings during the Jim Ellis Chevy year-end sell-down event on all remaining 2024 inventory. It's your chance to drive home a new Chevy at a fantastic price.
And support a great cause. For every vehicle sold between now and December 31st, Jim Ellis Chevrolet will proudly make a donation to Habitat for Humanity of Georgia, helping to build homes and hope for deserving families in our community. Whether you're looking for the power and durability of a Chevy Silverado, the style and space of a Chevy Tahoe, or embracing the future with an all-electric Chevy Blazer EV, there's never been a better time to drive Chevrolet. Visit JimEllisChevrolet.com to start your purchase online.
Or shop in person on Peachtree Industrial Boulevard, just inside the perimeter. Celebrate the season with Jim Ellis Chevrolet, and together, let's drive.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Beatles fight. 319, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. We got a double Beatles story here for you, and then a musical history note. But first, 2005. Dun, dun, dun.
Look at you all, see the love that's sleeping.
Surviving Beatles and relatives of the late members started legal action against EMI in 2005. On this day, royalties they demanded worth about $30 million. Paul McCartney, Ringo, and relatives of George Harrison and John Lennon said the royalties should belong to their company Apple Corps. That was 2005. Same day, 2011, the rare Beatles 6 in-store promotional poster sold at an eBay auction for more than $6,000. There were 17 bids. It was a 20 by 28-inch rarity poster. Beatles 6 is Here was printed in block letters across the top. Black and white photo of the Fab Four. The album art of the first 5 records printed along the bottom edge, Going, Going, Gone in 2011. Let's see, our birthday list. I'll bet you know, I don't know the name, I'll bet you know the face. Kristen Ritter. Kristen Ritter's 43. She was Marvel's Jessica Jones, but I remember Kristen Ritter as the, in Breaking Bad, as the addict girlfriend of the little snotty little kid that punked that all the girls loved. Jesse, was it? Oh my God! It's the green monster! It's the green YouTube monster! Oh no! He's here! He's eating! Oh God! Oh, with a Christmas light in his ear! Oh no! Oh God!
This is Oogie Boogie.
Oogie Boogie
from Nightmare Before Christmas. Oogie Boogie.
Well, now I see. I should have known that. Anyway, Kristen Ritter's 43. She's she was on He Let Her Die.
Good-looking woman.
Oh, she's a hottie, yeah. And, no question a hottie. I'm surprised she wasn't a bigger star. But again, I didn't see the Marvel stuff. And okay, Flounder, hold on a second. We got a couple double aim here. This is going to be great. Okay, hold on a second. On this very day in 1951, the TV series Dragnet debuts on NBC television.
Pimps, addicts, thieves, bums, winos, girls who can't keep an address, and men who don't care. Liars, cheats, con men, the class of Skid Row, and the heartbreak. Underfed kids, beaten kids, molested kids, lost kids, crying kids, homeless kids, hit and run kids, broken arm kids, broken leg kids, broken head kids, sick kids, dying kids, dead kids. The old people that nobody wants, the relievers, the pensioners, the ones who walk the street cold, and those who tried to keep warm and died in a $3 room with an unvented gas heater.
Holy cow. Lighten up, Francis.
Sergeant Joe Friday never said just the facts, ma'am. In Dragnet, actually, all we want or need are the facts, ma'am. It was created and starred Jack Webb. Sergeant Joe Friday carries a badge. Based on his radio show, a guy named Barton Yarborough was the radio version co-partner and starred in TV, but he died in the second show episode filming. That was worked into the storyline character. Ben Alexander took over, and then Harry Morgan played Friday's partner Bill Gannon when they revived it in 1967. And again, there was, Jack Webb also did the movie The D.I. about Marine Corps Paris Island.
The great thing about Dragnet, he did all the shows in black and white, and then he went to color. So he just did the same shows he did before, but this time he filmed them in color. And I'm telling you, one of the most funniest, unintentional, funny shows of all time is the black and white version of when the little Mexican kid steals baby Jesus from the manger scene in the church. There's a colorized version, but it's not as good as the black and white. You will laugh your butt off. It was like an episode of Airplane. That's how funny it is.
Don't call me Shirley. Oh, mercy. 328, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. We'll talk about this freaking school shooting here in a second. Can we do something? I'm dreading it. And in a few minutes, by the way, we do have a few Christmas treasure nuggets we like to play comedy stuff, and we'll get to one of those in just a couple minutes and repeat it again later on. And starting tomorrow, we'll make sure we do at least one every day, just for the record. A quick thing, Pete Davis, the Army-Navy game.
Beat down.
Yeah. And what a
day one.
What a surprise. Just on paper, there was no way that Navy should have even had a chance. Army and Navy, they won 9 games, so it's not like they couldn't play. But still, Army was a ranked team. Army was ranked.
They were 10-1.
Yeah,
or 11-1.
Unfortunately, Army doesn't have Marines. That was BDI. And
they also don't have a quarterback. I know that guy scored a lot of touchdowns this year, but he throws like my sister.
Yeah, I know it's not good. Although we'll have Holy Crap at Sports coming up later. But anyway, it was a great tradition, great game. Donald Trump was there and he did the salute, and people are talking about the salute. He's not commander in chief. Well, I think it's okay for Donald Trump. And by the way, there's no law that says you can't, as an American citizen, salute somebody. And if I'm walking down the street and somebody, I'm wearing the Marine Corps stuff. Somebody salutes me. I'm not going to say, "Oh, you're not allowed to salute me." Give me a break. Somebody trying to make freaking, something out of everything. It's just not everything is a thing, my God. Anyway, of course, Biden wasn't there. And I guarantee he was not there because he knew what was going to happen. If Joe Slimebag, crime family, wash your daughter, pervert, child molester had showed up, they would have said a lot more than "Let's go, Brandon." It would have been blank Joe Biden. So anyway, but again, it's just, thank God it's almost over. Although there's a lot more going on about how that administration's trying to screw the incoming administration again. Here we go, selling the wall stuff. And by the way, Donald Trump talked about that too at the news conference. What a great news conference! I wish we had it to play the whole damn thing. It was like for an hour, and he talked about everything. You got to give this guy credit, man.
It's worse than Clinton stealing all the furniture and the dinner plates. Is what Biden's doing on the way out.
Yeah, he's making it. He literally is selling. We mentioned this last week, and Trump talked about it today. He's selling off for 5 cents on the dollar, even less than that, the parts of the wall. And by the way, these companies bought them. Okay, Biden sold these parts of the wall for 5 cents on the dollar to companies, and then the companies called Donald Trump and said, "Hell, you want them back? We'll sell them to you for around 1,000% profit." And Trump says, "Oh, really? And screw you." So now all of a sudden they're trying to make money off it by the Biden administration, so they can try to resell them and get more money after getting it on a tag sale. I mean, it's just outrageous. Outrageous. They're trying to pass executive orders now to make sure all the other aliens get in illegally quickly, and this business of the new cards that allow them to do. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's one thing after another. Anyway, we'll get to it. All right, 326. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. If you have how was your weekend? What's going on? In fact, just out of curiosity, if you're listening, do you have a Christmas or a company holiday party? And did you go? Is it fun? Are they fun anymore? Are people afraid to do anything? In fact, some of the rules, I was watching the Fox 5 people, that naughty little, who's that little tiny little blonde chick who's on the 5 all the time. She fell in love with a guy she met on an airplane. Has been with him ever since. He looks about 90 years old. Yeah, first name is like, she used to be a press secretary. A little blonde teeny girl. Dana Flowers. Or what's her name? Dana Power. Dana what something? Dana whatever. Anyway, and she was saying she has a very strict rule, Christmas parties, one drink. And that's it. One drink, boom. And I'm thinking, I wonder whether if people even have fun anymore. I don't know. I don't know.
I remember the ones from the 90s, and they were a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were fun. That's true. They were fun. And it was always somebody got a little drunk and hit on somebody's wife. But again, it was basically harmless. It was, at least the things we saw. Now, there might have been stuff afterwards where they went to the parking garage or something, but yeah, they were fun. And people kind of let down, and it was okay. And everybody, I don't know. I don't have any modern pretense.
I tell this every year, but back in the 90s, somebody threw a gargoyle, one of those stone gargoyles, through Tom Hughes's plate glass window in his Virginia Highlands home. So the late, great Jack Kennedy and I went around at the Christmas party collecting money from everybody to buy him a replacement one, and we got about $500. And we did not spend $500 on another gargoyle. Let's put it that way.
Oh, my goodness. 328, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Okay, here we go. Again, the story is, we'll have updates as we go through the day, I assume. A Christian school, Abundant Life Christian School, Madison, Wisconsin, this morning. K through 12. Officers got a call. They got to the school. Several victims, gunshot wounds. They first thought 5 were dead. It turns out they believe 3 are dead, including the gunman. The gunman is believed to be a student at the school and a juvenile. Now, they say the word juvenile, which to me means under 18. So, but it could be a senior. It could be we don't know. It could be 12. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know anything. Somebody said juvenile responsible, not going to give any information who was dead. The gunman burst into the school and opened fire. Not clear if the victims are students or staff, adult or child. They have about 400 kids, kindergarten through 12. Ongoing investigation. They were going to close for Christmas vacation in a couple days, and they had a big game tonight, the basketball game tonight. Abundant Life Christian School, Madison, Wisconsin. And again, it's hard to speculate on anything, but clear if it was a kid, okay, so we know a lot already. What the hell would drive a child under 18 to take a gun to a Christian school and kill people?
It's a third attack in a Christian school. The one in Nashville a couple of years ago, the one in California a few weeks ago, and now this one. If you're a Christian school out there, you have to have an armed guard.
At some point, we're going to have a discussion about what would lead, what possible things could have happened in this kid's life to want him to, think about, a gun and pulling the trigger and actually doing, this is unbelievable. The children are driven to the point where they actually, you can't, okay, every gunner listening right now, most of you have never actually fired the weapon. You have a gun, maybe you carry it in your pocket. Most of you have never actually had to pull it out and fire it. But I know you've thought about it. And I'll bet there's a time when you almost had to pull it out. And when you started to go for it, I'll bet your heart was freaking racing and you were going nuts thinking about it, weren't you? Absolutely, no kidding. Who wouldn't be? How in the hell does a child get to that point and go over the edge, over that moment of fear, anxiety, whatever it is, to get to the point of pulling it and pulling a trigger? How do you get that as a kid? I mean, again, where's the discussion on that? God, if this is a tranny thing, or a Hamas thing, I mean, who knows? I mean, jeez. Anyway, 3:30. I wish it was 5:30. 3:31. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder.
We just got here.
I just got him doing fine now. All right, hold on. We're gonna do a little comedy thing. We're gonna do a little something here. We're gonna do a little poetry. We're gonna do a little singing poetry next. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 106.3. Look out! Here we go. Here we go.
Paul has a message for everyone. To everybody I offended this year, work on yourself so I don't have to do it again next year.
The Kimmer Show every afternoon from 3 to 6 p.m. on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Ho, 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 from our buddies at Van Sant Law, just in time for Christmas time. You got your parties, you got your people racing around shopping and stuff like that, and you got your people driving weird, and especially with headlines and bright beams and your lights and dark early, stuff like that. Traffic is weird. Van Sant Law, I see it every night going home in the dark and people racing around, and boy, this weekend was a mess for some reason. Anyway, Van Sant Law, David Van Sant and the Van Sant Law Firm know what they're doing on this stuff. If you've had an accident, especially if someone's hit you, done something, you're arguing about it, but no, just take care of yourself. Make sure everything's fine and do what you have to do. But then remember, before you sign anything, make sure you get a hold of David Van Sant. He used to work for the insurance companies. He knows the inside stuff. They all, when his name pops up on their phone screen, let Mikey answer the phone. David Van Sant takes care of you because that's his business. This is what they do. Insurance is complicated. We love insurance companies. Thank goodness for insurance companies. However, they don't want to pay more than they have to pay, and if they can, argue with you about saying, well, that really wasn't covered in your so-and-so. No. David Van Sant has got all the fine print stuff and knows exactly what they're going to try to do. Nothing wrong. I mean, we're not complaining insurance companies, but he makes them pay more than they want to, and everybody gets happy. Don't forget, if you don't get paid, he doesn't get paid. Yeah, he's in it for you, because you're it. That's it, period. Make sure you tell him the Kimmer sent you. I'm going to put here's a phone number, put right in your phone. 855-GA-INJURY. 855-GA-INJURY. Check them out on the web, vansantlaw.com.
We're sharing more love than ever before during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event. By the end of this year, Subaru and its retailers like Jennifer and the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett will have donated nearly $320 million to charities like the ASPCA, Make-A-Wish, Meals on Wheels America, and the National Park Foundation. It's the reason why we say Subaru of Gwinnett is more than a car dealer. We always go the extra mile for our community. And during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event, you can drive away in the Subaru model you've had your eye on all year. But now through January 2nd is the only time you can get the new Subaru, and Subaru of Gwinnett will donate $250 to a charitable cause of your choosing. It's just one way that we share the love this holiday season. Visit SubaruofGwinnett.com for details and start shopping for the Subaru that your family will love for years to come. Then come by and see us for a test drive and meet our staff. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru. Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, and online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Have you thought about securing your hard-earned assets? Do you have concerns about the future? Protecting assets is crucial, and that's where Nelson Elder Care Law excels. As a family-owned and family-focused firm, we provide absolute assurance and peace of mind through our trademarked Absolute Protection Trust, tailored services in estate planning, probate administration, Medicaid crisis solutions, guardianship, and conservatorship. Our goal is to exceed your expectations and empower informed decisions. Visit NelsonElderCareLaw.com for asset protection and peace of mind.
Foundation repair isn't pretty, but at Atlanta Ramjack, we make it easy. If you notice any cracks in your foundation, they need to be addressed as soon as possible to reduce additional costs that come with the repair. Why call us? Foundation repair is all we do. We have highly trained estimators that will thoroughly evaluate your home and only recommend what is needed. If you are experiencing foundation problems, please contact us at ramjack.com/Atlanta or call us at 770-502-8881.
Millions of guys suffer from erectile dysfunction. That's 1 in 3 men. And I can tell you, I'm one of them.
If you or someone you know suffers from ED, Peyronie's disease, or PE, here's 38-year emergency room doctor and founder of Total Body Therapy of Georgia, Dr. Eric Deal.
Patients who enter my office are often frustrated, hopeless, depressed, and embarrassed. I understand the problem, and I'm going to help you fix it. We provide testosterone replacement therapy, the P-shot, and treatment for ED, PE, and Peyronie's disease. There's not just one therapy that can solve these complex issues. When you visit our clinic, you're going to see me. I'll do a complete history and physical prior to any treatment that we use. Take it from me, Dr. Deal. When it's not hard, it's really hard.
Call Dr. Deal for your free one-on-one evaluation and resolve your ED, Peyronie's, or PE issues. 404-777-1911. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. 404-777-1911. Online at tbtofga.com.
Give the gift of Braves baseball this holiday season. The Braves Holiday Pack includes tickets to 5 games during the 2025 season. Now with a premier option, including games against the Dodgers, Red Sox, and Orioles, starting as low as $110. Or the value option, which includes matchups against the Phillies, Nationals, and Twins, starting at $75. Visit Braves.com/holiday to select your holiday pack plan and preferred seating option before they're sold out. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
All right, look out. That's Black Sabbath. A little Ozzy here anyway. 2004, it's a thievery going on. 2004, gold and silver Black Sabbath discs were stolen from the Kent home of Ozzy Osbourne's former manager, Pat Meehan. Police recovered them a week later after they were offered for sale on the internet. Yeah, I'll buy them. The detective shows up at your door, you freaking idiot. Well, okay, dokie. You want to play a little Ozzy or black people like this? Ozzy, wait. Don't play your games with me. I heard those words. I can't believe it. Oh my God, Ozzy Osbourne is more understandable than almost every other rocker. Anyway, 3:38, Kimmer, Pete, and the Flounder. Our birthday list includes that snotty little Leslie Stahl. You know, I always wanted her. When she had those little, I always wanted her. She was, I always wanted her. Just, sorry. Yeah, I wanted to rough her up a little. Sure, I wanted to make love and rough her up a little. I mean, can you say that or not? I guess probably not. Probably not. No, you wouldn't want to say that on the air anyway. Anyway,
you could cut yourself on her face.
I know, it's not. I know, but there was something about she was one of those chicks where she's just so freaking snooty. You just wanted to show her, oh, yeah, let me just, how about, just break, just to break her. Just to stop her being such a...
Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. Enough said.
Anyway, well, when she was wearing those horn-rimmed glasses, she was sorry.
All
right. God. Leslie Stahl is freaking 83. And she still hasn't apologized to Donald Trump. All right. Now, here we go. Here we go. 2019, on this day, 25 years later, Mariah Carey's Christmas jingle, All I Want for Christmas Is You, becomes the #1 song 25 years after it was out. And again, this month, this year, right now, today, it's #1. Mariah Carey's.
I don't get it. It's good, but it's not great. I just don't get it.
For 15 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100. Originally released in 1994.
Kelly Clarkson's song is better. I just don't get this.
I know. Well, Flounder, how about this? Let's wash their ears out with our version of a famous Christmas song. Flounder, if you would, sir, from the Kimmer Christmas Chorus right here.
I'll have a blue at Christmas without you. If you feel so blue, you're just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree. It won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas up white. But I'll have a blue Christmas. Oh, baby, I'll miss you. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas up white. But I'll have a blue Christmas.
There we go. A little Porky Pig in the voice. A little Blue Christmas here. 342, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. We have, actually, Flounder, I think there's a live cop talking about the school shooting in Madison. Can we go live to Fox?
Additional information. And lastly, I want to just say thank you to everyone who's standing behind me, the organizations and agencies that they represent, the men and women of the Madison Police Department and Dane County Sheriff's Office who selflessly ran into a building not knowing what they were going to encounter. Many of you know this about me, but I started my professional career, if you will, as a public school teacher back in 1997. And I taught public school for 4 years. It was one of the greatest joys of my life before becoming a police officer. And I can tell you what a special place our schools are. With that being said, we owe it to our community to do everything possible to ensure that it's not only a special place, but a safe place as well. And we're going to continue to do that. So we ask for your patience as information is coming in. We will do the best that we can to bring you accurate and timely information, but we want to make sure that our public knows that we're working extremely hard on this particular incident. There are a lot of people involved, and certainly we're going to come together as a community. I'd like to bring up at this time Police Fire Chief Chris Carter.
Well, we'll keep going there for a second. So far, it's a young shooter, they're saying now, with a 9mm pistol, apparently.
Before I start, the only thing I can say is this is not a place that any fire chief or any one of us would ever want to be. And I can't believe I'm standing here today talking about this incident. The fire department is a part of this community, much like all the folks standing up here with me today. Our hearts are with and our arms are around everybody impacted today and everybody within our community. With that, I won't repeat the details shared by Chief Barnes, but I will share with you the fire department activity for today. Much like Chief Barnes mentioned, at 10:57, we were also dispatched with Engine 5 and Medic 5 to the same location. Throughout the course of the incident, we responded with 5 engine companies, 4 ladder companies,
I don't think
15 ambulances.
I think we can cut away from here. Again, the latest information is that I have in front of me is that they're now calling the shooter young, and that he apparently, well, I'm saying he, I don't know if it's a he, actually. The shooter is young and apparently was using a 9mm pistol. Yeah, that's what we call it. And I think, do we still have Jesse on the phone, Flounder? So we got
yes, we do.
Jesse, you're on the radio, man. What's going on? What do you think?
Hey, Kimmer. I mean, it's definitely a tragedy. I was lucky enough to at least have parents. My dad's a big gun owner collector. He took me to get my first gun after I got my parents and everything. These kids today, I don't think most of it you would think leads to parenting and trouble at home because they could have psychological trauma or disorders, and they need to talk to their parents about that. They could be bullied and stuff like that. And the main thing is I don't see a lot of parents, or I just don't picture a lot of parents going out, buying guns, and then just handing it with no training and no permits to their kids. So obviously the kids they're not locking them up right. And so they're with video games and stuff nowadays, I feel like they're so dissociated from reality that and since they lack the training, they don't recognize right away the seriousness and the permanence of their actions when they go and do stuff like this.
Yeah. Well, again, our world is one of my favorite cliches when things like this happen is to say, when I was like 10 or 11 or 12 years old, I rode my bike to school carrying my .22 rifle for show and tell. I'm sure we shot our 22s in Boy Scouts. We did turkey shoots in Boy Scouts with our own 22s. I mean, in the 50s. But the world now, and nobody, I can't imagine even thinking that I would actually turn a gun on a person. This is the world we're in now, and again, we don't even know the call. We don't know anything about the kid. Jesse, thanks, man. And again, until we find out more, and again, even that's not going to make any difference. So when we find out, so what? What's going to make a difference? I mean, the only way to stop this is to make sure that there's guards at school grounds, and even then, if he walked in with a pistol in his pocket and started shooting when he got in there, So here we go. Anyway, Donald Trump stuff coming up next. Kimmer Peden, founder, 347 1063. How you doing?
The legend Neil Bortz is only on Extra 106.3. Hey, it's Tug, and here's what you missed from the Talkmaster.
So the word of the year for 2024 is brain rot. Apparently something you get from too much time on social media. I thought it should be literally, because the kids these days, everything is literally this. Oh, God, it gets nauseating.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 or listen anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Echo. This Christmas, give the gift that keeps on giving. Echo Power Equipment. Whether it's a new chainsaw, trimmer, or blower, Echo has the perfect tools to make any outdoor job easier and efficient. At Howard Brothers, they've got the Echo tools for every task and every budget, so you can find the right gift for the hardworking person in your life. Let's get something special wrapped up under the tree this year. Echo Power Equipment is built for those who love to get things done, and Howard Brothers is here to make your Christmas shopping easier.
The end of the year is closing in, and with it, another tax year comes to an end. As you prepare to file your taxes, consider the efficiency of your tax strategy. Have you maximized your IRA and Roth contributions? Do you have an RMD strategy in place? Are you making moves now to maximize your future tax-free income? Not only is the year-end fast approaching, but the 2017 tax cuts sunset at the end of 2025, placing many Americans in a higher tax bracket. Don't just report your taxes, plan for them. Contact Master Plan Retirement Consultants now to create a retirement plan specifically designed for you. Visit masterplanretire.com to schedule your complimentary consultation where we can illustrate your retirement outlook and create a plan together for your future. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House. It's a great day in America. Congratulations, President Trump, on your decisive victory. And now, another news, the Safe House has the largest selection of safes in the Southeast. And through the end of the year, we're offering huge rebates on all Browning safes. But wait, there's more. All gun safes are sales tax-free at Atlanta Safe House. Yes, sales tax-free. And remember, folks, don't let a crackhead or an illegal move or deliver your safe. So come down to the showroom or go to atlantasafehouse.com.
Hey, it's Kimmer. Let me ask a question. Are you self-employed, self-insured, maybe a small business owner? For those of us who are healthy right now, what happens when you get chronically ill? Could be fine, but that could wipe you out. You think Obamacare is going to help you figure this stuff out? Good luck getting somebody to answer the phone. Well, I got a guy. Steven, the health insurance doctor, has a better solution. It's the non-Obamacare health plan. These plans are available year-round, open enrollment periods, $0 deductibles, no co-payments when you see your doctor. You have the power of a nationwide PPO, whatever that is, to see any doctor, any hospital. The health insurance doctor's clients saving up to 60% over Obamacare, many saving up to $10,000 a year in premiums. The health insurance doctor's been serving Metro Atlanta for decades. Stephen has thousands of satisfied clients. Stephen, the health insurance doctor, will personally answer your call, always help you, and it's free, no cost to you. You don't have to pay him. The health insurance doctor, 678-523-0759. 678-523-0759. On the web, healthinsurancedoctor.net.
Are you tired of dealing with loud, ugly, drafty garage doors? Do you have certain rooms in the house that you can't keep cool in the summer or warm in the winter? Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Now is a great time to upgrade with brand new, efficient, quiet, and beautiful garage doors. Your garage door is the biggest opening in your home, which is why it's such an important part of your home's curb appeal and energy efficiency. Give us a call today at 770-517-7078. Get started today by visiting us at allfourseasonsgarages.com.
Flounder, let's go live to Fox. A teacher and a teenager were killed in the school shooting in Madison, Wisconsin.
Ask for help. This does not need to be the reality of our community. Thank you.
That was a county executive woman.
Start over here with questions. Just raise your hands.
Tell us, how did this unfold? Can you give us a bit of a timeline?
Madison, Wisconsin. Somebody walked in with a gun, killed a teacher and a student.
At approximately 10:57 a.m. Someone from the school called 911 to report that there was an active shooter. That means something different to us. Obviously, there's different protocols that go out, tone alerts even, so that even if officers are busy doing other things, they respond. One of the things that I do want to note is that our training center is about 3 miles from there. We have special event team medics, those that work with the fire department, responded to this particular scene from their training day. So what began as a training day became an actual day. And so that's how this call originally came up.
Nicholas, did you have a question?
What can you tell us, if anything, more about the shooter and what their motivations were, or have you made contact with their family members? Anything updated on that?
Sure. There's nothing new that I can tell you about the shooter at this time. Again, as difficult as today is, that's still someone's child that's gone. That's still someone that has to deal with what happened today. And so we want to make sure that we can ensure as much cooperation as we can. You asked me about why, as I stated before. I don't know why. And I felt like if we did know why, we could stop these things from happening. But what I will tell you is, as soon as we are done with the investigation, any information that we uncover that will not compromise the safety of anyone involved or compromise the confidentiality of any of these children that are involved, we'll tell you. I just ask for your patience.
All right, over there. Sorry, go right ahead.
Chief, what kind of gun was used?
Madison, Wisconsin Christian
School. It was a
school.
handgun. We know a handgun was recovered.
All right, sit down right there.
Was the shooting confined to one classroom, or did it spread out throughout multiple?
We know it was confined to one space. I do not know if it was a classroom or a hallway. One of the things that we've gotten very good at, certainly different from in my day, is that if you do not need to be in a crime scene, you do not need to go to a crime scene. And so the crime scene and those persons who were involved, they have that crime scene locked down. I did not go or enter into that crime scene. But if you can imagine, most schools, the students go together, but they are segregated. So on each different floor, in each different group. And so there's no evidence that anyone else was injured that was not in that age group.
A teacher dead and a teenager dead. Others shot.
School staff responded when the shooting started.
I cannot speak to how the school staff responded. We did have injuries, but it could have always, of course, had additional injuries. I do not know what the school's protocols are. Again, this is a private Christian school. I know that we have a very good rapport with MMSD, Madison Metropolitan Schools, public schools. So we have done trainings for them before, but I would assume that most of the teachers have the same or some similar type of training as a part of their certification.
There's conflicting reports online about how many students are enrolled at the school. Can you confirm approximately how many students attend the school?
I do not know how many students
about
attend
400
the school,
kids,
but their
K through
website
12.
says that they serve about 200 families.
Right in the back, white.
What kind of support systems are going to be made available to people who are affected by this?
That's a good question. As you heard from our mayor and our county exec, we have services within our government that will be made available to them. I have
he's talking about what they're going to do to help the family, which is good. Okay, 355, that's the police chief, Madison, Wisconsin, Christian school. Somebody walked in with a gun, apparently a youngster, they're calling it a young shooter, and killed a teacher and a teenager and shot other people and then killed him or herself. And so then that's where we stand. So I don't know much more than that. With a 9mm handgun. 355, Kimmer Pete and Flounder. Holy cow. Well, all right, let's, we'll keep you posted. Again, it's, why and who and how come, and we can only guess. I'll bet you got the same thing. I got like 3 things in my head right now about the reasons for this. And it's, it all goes back to one, the changes that have been going on, and the hate and the division and the parental lack of control, and nobody sits down to dinner together, and how was your day? I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff going. No prayers in schools, no pledge of allegiance. I mean, come on, we can start from, way back. Anyway, okay. Flounder, let's play 4 and 6 cuts here right now. Donald at 357. Well, in fact, you know what? Yeah, let's do at least one. Donald Trump, what a great news conference today. Just a wonderful news conference for this Japanese guy who's investing billions of dollars with him. Donald Trump was asked about this business with the drones. Cut number 4, Flounder. Here we go.
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense. I can't imagine it's the enemy, because if it was the enemy, they'd blast it out. Even if they were late, they'd blast it. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people, and they should, because the people are really, they happen to be over Bedminster.
By the way, he told us a lot there by saying they can tell where they came from and whose garage they were in. That's pretty specific information that he says he has.
There's a report right now. No. There's a report right now that the Nuclear Regulatory Commission says a shipment of nuclear matter was lost in transit December 2nd in New Jersey. Maybe that's what they're
trying to find it, just like Joe Rogan thought on his podcast. We'll have all that's coming up for you, too. 357 Flounder list. Can we do a Flounder's Funny here for Nucky's Hoagies? Oh, here we go for Stacy and Shannon, the girls.
My dad wore my mom's pants to a funeral. That was the day that I was like, look, we can't listen to this guy no more, We got to go get him. He doesn't know what's happening. It usually starts happening when you start doing the holidays at your house instead of your parents' house. That's when it starts happening. And so my parents, once we did that, they downsized into a 2-bedroom townhome. So they still want to do Thanksgiving at their house, but they don't have the room for us. There's like 20 of us. It's like a college kid being like, you want to do Christmas in my dorm room? There's a table for 4, and then they have to put a train of TV trays and nightstands that just weaves down this hallway. You're sitting on stairs. We made the kids go eat in the car. We just go back in the car. You can't even eat inside. My mom didn't have ketchup. I was like, everybody just has ketchup. It just comes in houses. If I went to some alcoholic's house, he would have ketchup. His whole family would be gone, but I would say, do you have ketchup? He'd be like, I'm not that gone, man.
Nate Bargatze?
Yes, sir.
That guy, he's sick in the head, but he's a very funny guy. Let's see. 359 coming up. We're going to talk more with Donald Trump. In fact, somebody asked him a really tough, great question. But if you missed that soundbite a minute ago, Donald Trump said that the military knows where every one of those drones came from and what garage it flew out of and where it ended up. That's the former president who knows security clearance stuff, giving us pretty good information about what the military knows and is not telling us. And again, like Pete just said, could be some missing radioactive type material, and they're trying to find it. Well, at least don't tell anybody. Anyway, 404-741-1230. It's Monday. How you doing? Happy freaking Christmas time. It's Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Yeah. Here we go. 4 o'clock.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
A teacher and a student are dead. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. Killed by a fellow student at a Christian school in Madison, Wisconsin, where 6 other students were injured, including 2 students with life-threatening injuries.
I hoped that this day would never come in Madison.
Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway moments ago.
And so I will ask our entire community and our entire country to do whatever we can to make sure that no public official ever has to stand in this position again.
There's no word on any potential motive. Police say a handgun was recovered at the scene and that the shooting was confined to one space. TikTok is asking the U.S. Supreme Court for emergency intervention to block a federal law that would ban the social media platform in the U.S. unless its Chinese parent company agrees to divest. The company is arguing in part that the incoming Trump administration should have time to review the issue. The president-elect once supported a ban, but pledged during the campaign to save TikTok. The president-elect is among those skeptical about the federal government's response to drone sightings.
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage.
Suggesting the president also knows and that they should tell the public more. Fox's Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon.
Pentagon officials said these are not U.S. military drones, and there are limits to what the Pentagon can do legally unless the drones pose a threat. The Pentagon says 100 of these drone sightings are deemed credible enough to look into.
The Biden administration is sending federal resources to some of the affected areas as an FBI probe continues. The Trump health secretary nominee Robert F. Kennedy Jr. just arriving on Capitol Hill to begin meetings with senators with concern about his vaccine positions among the many questions he's facing. On Wall Street, the Dow down 110 at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Alligator. It's only me, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 403. Sadness at Christmas time. Christian school, Madison, Wisconsin.
I've never seen you look like this without a reason. Another promise falling through another season passes by.
All right, I'm confused here, Flounder.
Big country. It's big country, but I didn't play Michael Jackson, so I played that last break and went straight to the television.
I thank you. Big Country, so the lead singer of Big Country is Stuart Adamson. I don't know either of those two names. On this day in 2000, well, let's listen a little bit. Now we'll tell you about it. There you go. Stuart Adamson. Big Country. I don't know anything about this guy. I like the song. It seems older than it is. The guy. Scottish guitar player, vocalist, and songwriter Stuart Adamson, the lead singer of Big Country, was found dead in Hawaii in 2001, a month after disappearing from his home. He was 43, had long fought a battle against alcoholism, been due to face drunk driving charges the next year, ordered to go to Alcoholics Anonymous. He founded Scottish art punk band Skids in 1977, and in the 90s, he founded alternative country rock act The Raphaels, and he was the lead singer of Big Country, 2001. Well, I like that sound. That was a good. I like that sound. I've never heard them before that I know of. Let's see. Our birthday list includes Joyce Bulifant. You may not know the name. You know her, I'll bet you. If you ever watched the Mary Tyler Moore Show, she was Mary, that giddy little blonde girl who I think was Ted Baxter's girlfriend or something. She played the girl.
No, that was Georgia Engel.
Oh, that's
Georgina,
right, too. But she was Mary on the Mary Tyler Moore Show. She was one of the, I forgot which character she was, but she was Mary. But you may know her more from the movie Airplane. The little girl who was sick and the nun had to come up and sing the song. The little girl's mother, that blonde mother, is Joyce Bulifant, who's 87 years old today.
Damn.
Oh, 87 years old. Holy crap. And when I got to get Mr. Phone over here for my double whammy. I got a double sources here for my stuff because I have to get this on my hometown computer and put in my phone, Mr. Phone. Okay, it was on this day, the crew of Gemini 6 in 1965 reports seeing a UFO. This is Gemini 6. We have an object. Looks like a satellite going from north to south up in a polar orbit, very low. Looks like he might be going to re-enter soon. Stand by one. You might just let me try to pick up that thing. I see a command module and 8 smaller modules in front. The pilot of the command module is wearing a red suit. The crew of Wally Schirra and Thomas P. Stafford then broke into a chorus of jingle bells, accompanied, hold on a second, by their harmonica and small bells in space. These were the first musical instruments played in space and are now on exhibit at the Smithsonian Institution. The first musical instruments played in space, and the first song was Jingle Bells. So there you are. And Merry Christmas. Anyway, 407. Oh, are they still live again, Founder? Let's do one more thing in Madison.
To 988 by phone or text
This is a county
and to
official.
get the mental health support that they need. It is incredibly important that we take care of our community
Offering services to
in this
families.
very difficult time. We all have a role in preventing gun violence. Our entire community.
Okay, never mind. We all support that, ma'am. Which is good. I'm not trying to be, belittle or anything else. But again, it was a student came into school with a 9mm pistol. A Christian school, Madison, Wisconsin, started shooting. He killed a teacher. He killed another student, and he wounded at least 5 other people and killed him or herself. Or, again, we don't know if this was a tranny thing or a Jewish thing or just a psych. I don't know. I can't speculate. I just don't know. 407. Donald Trump says, if this were military stuff with those drones, they would know about it because they know everything. Donald Trump, in an earlier soundbite a few minutes ago, actually said they know where these drones came from. They know which garage they came out of and where they went and what they were doing. An awful lot of speculation on it. And one of the guys who's kind of an expert on Chinese activities is afraid that this is all just some kind of a distraction. Tensions over it. New York Governor, the idiot Kathy, what's her name, Hochul, said it's time to take action. It's gone too far. Federal authorities have to tell local police departments how they can shoot them down. She wants feds to give a go-ahead to employ high-tech drone detection systems to the New York State people, which they have done. New York and New Jersey apparently now getting the high-tech military drone investigation type materials and so forth. And so that may be helped. But here's a couple of questions. If they say there's no evidence, all that means is they haven't found any evidence. It doesn't mean there isn't any. All it means is they haven't found it. So that's not very reassuring, just for the record. Secondly, or next, is this like a dark web thing? I don't even know what the dark web is capable of doing with AI stuff. I mean, is this? It reminds me, honest to goodness, it reminds me of a Twilight Zone episode where these space monsters are up there saying, "Oh, let's play with some Earthlings down below and send them a little something unusual and see how they react to it." And boy, are we reacting to it. Holy moly.
There's a famous episode where they shut the power off, they shut the lights off, they shut the water off, and the people are out in the street wondering what's going on. Yeah. They start to turn on each other, and the 2 Martians at the end of it are up on the mountain watching it.
Yeah, they're having fun. They have little antennas in there coming out of their heads. And again, it was a Twilight Zone episode. Mm-hmm. Honestly, and again, if I had to bet, I will bet you that at least 80% of all the things that they have now recently been documented flying around, you see every night on TV, and I'll bet you, I don't know, I'll bet you 80% or more are just guys goofing around because of what it's in the news now. Harmless, stupid stuff and just trying to be idiots because they can. But there's still no explanation. How is it possible if you are a company and you are flying your professional, and again, I saw one of these experts last night interviewed on TV, these drones are like $20,000. $30,000. This isn't some kit at home. I mean, this is somebody's big-time agricultural project or economic real estate mapping project. I mean, so why wouldn't the company that invested all this money for not only the process to have it, but to use it? If they're using it, there must be a reason for it. And what is the reason, therefore, that they haven't just said so? I mean, seriously.
This is the federal government doing something at night. They don't want us to know, or they're afraid about telling us what's going on, especially if it's nuclear material that's disappeared.
Yeah, now,
and they're trying to, because no private company's going to do this at night.
Yeah. Now, where did the nuclear thing come from? I forgot. You mentioned it.
It's on Twitter. The Nuclear Regulatory Council, whatever, put out a thing December 2nd saying they're looking for some. The truck showed up damaged and empty.
So now they may be well, again, that explains some drones, but it doesn't explain 1,000 of them over 2 different states or in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. So, I mean, again, I'll bet you most of those are copycat. Well, yeah, maybe it does. But why wouldn't they just say so? Sorry, folks, we're looking. We can't find some. I mean, what's the threat? I guess the threat is the nuclear waste in every neighborhood for 3 states. Is that what they're saying? I mean, it was. Would you say it was a train or a truck leak or truck leaks of nuclear stuff?
Disappeared. Yeah.
So in other words, if they're well, wouldn't you think that they would therefore clear those areas of the truck route so they could actually do an official investigation to find it if it was there with Geiger counters and everything and get people to go the hell away for a while?
Did you not check out the federal response the Palestine Ohio train derailment and what they did there?
I remember now.
Have you watched what they've done in North Carolina?
Yeah,
there's still people in tents up there.
Yeah, of course they have those mobile units, but God knows they don't want to use them. I guess we get Pete Fuddy Fudge up there to take care of that issue, I guess. Good Lord. Yeah, Joe Rogan on his podcast, Skycast, they're looking for something on the ground, a gas leak, maybe radioactive stuff. They're looking for something.
It's got to be radioactive.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. And again, remember, this was supposed to be the most open and honest administration. Remember that? From day one. That's how they got themselves elected. No more mean tweets, and the most honest, transparent, open, reactive government we've ever had. Holy smokes. All right, and by the way, the news conference today, we'll come back in a second. We got another Donald Trump I found we'll do here in a second. Great. If you missed it, wow, I wish I could have seen all of it. Donald Trump with this Japanese guy investing billions of dollars with him, doubling down, as he's calling it. And the news conference went on for over an hour, and he answered more questions and more topics than Biden's done in 4 freaking years. It was great, including one great question coming up to 4:13. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's your Monday? Look out, here we go. Stand by.
Time for the Bortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
Okay, a short attention span commentary from a commentator with a very short attention span. So, bullet points. We don't allow athletes to bet on games that they have the ability to influence. Why do we allow Congress to invest in companies that they regulate? Next, I steal a statement from one of my heroes, Mike Rowe, Dirty Jobs. We're churning out a generation of poorly educated people with no skill, no ambition, no guidance, and no realistic expectations of what it means to go to work. How true. Now this, we aim at the trans fad with young kids. If kids knew what they wanted to be when they were 8 years old, the world would be filled with cowboys and princesses. I wanted to be a pirate. Thank goodness nobody took me seriously and scheduled me for eye removal or peg leg surgery. That one came from Bill Maher. Why are we told to lower our electrical usage on hot days to prevent overwhelming the electric grid while simultaneously being told to trade in our gas cars for electric vehicles? I love this one. Not original with me, okay? Are we living in a time where intelligent people are to be silenced so that stupid people won't be offended? Answer, yes. Why are we running out of money for Social Security and Medicare, but not for welfare for freeloaders and illegals, or for free college and billions of dollars to other countries? And one more, the most powerful governments on earth can't stop a virus from spreading, but they say they can change the Earth's temperature if we'll just pay more taxes. That's it. My mind is exhausted. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
Hey homeowners, Tug here with some exciting news. Southern Exteriors is your one-stop solution for top-notch exterior services, from roofing to siding, windows, gutters, and more. No more waiting. They can start on your project immediately. And with an in-house warranty division, Southern Exteriors stands by their work for years to come. From leaky roofs to faded siding, trust Southern Exteriors for a quick and lasting transformation. Don't wait. Transform your home today. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co now. Southern Exteriors, quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years.
Yellow Jacket fans, don't miss your chance to lock in your seat for the 2025 football season today. Next year's home slate is highlighted by the renewal of our rivalry with Clemson, as well as ACC matchup versus Pitt, Syracuse, and Virginia Tech. Into the end zone! Touchdown! Haynes King! All hail the King! Support head coach Brent Key and the Jackets on game day by visiting RamblingWreck.com/tickets to get your season tickets today. Sting 'em.
By the way, we have more Christmas treasure chest comedy, happiness, entertainment for you coming up. And speaking of happiness and entertainment, every time I start smiling, thinking about going to the dentist, well, going to my dentist, Dina Giesler, Dr. Dina, Atlanta Smiles. You get them at AtlantaSmiles.com. It's true. I mean, I laugh and joke because I have fun, talking about all the Kimmer babes up there. And the fact of the matter is that is the point. They have such a great attitude. These women are happy. They love what they do. Maybe the happiest dentist or doctor's office you've ever seen. And Dr. Dina, man, she's been doing, I went to her the first time 30 years ago, a master class dentist when she was an officer in the Navy. Only 1% could say that. Veterans, by the way, don't forget, got a 10% right off the top. And here's the thing. Obviously, I joke about getting the gas because it's fun and they like my stories, or at least we pretend they like my stories. But the thing is, I'm going back again just for the doggy. Well, it's not quite true, but they have a little doggy, and if you'd like the doggy, she'll put that little doggy to take a little nap in your lap while you're getting your stuff done at the dentist. The darndest thing you ever saw. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody feels better. Ask for the doggy. Call them Veterans, 10% off. Here's that number, 404-262-7733. They got veneers and cleaning and bridges and crowns. They do all that stuff for you and make you feel smiling when you walk in and smiling when you leave. On the web, AtlantaSmiles.com.
It's here. It's called winter. Is your furnace ready to make sure you're warm inside and you keep the cold weather outside? Well, if you're not sure, you need to talk to the folks at Central Heating and Air Conditioning. Central Heating and Air is one of the few second-generation locally owned HVAC companies in Atlanta. With Central, you're not just a number, you're a member of the family. It's been that way since 1947, and it's still that way today. Give Central a call at 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com. Central Heating and Air Conditioning can fix what ails your house and possibly your family with home ventilation and air quality products. Central has packages designed around health using variable speed, fresh air ventilation, air purifiers, dehumidifiers, and more. Carrier products, carrier warranty, carrier peace of mind. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, your Atlanta carrier expert since 1947. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com. That's 770-GET-HEAT, centralheat.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
You may know that ATL Turf Co. has become a leader in artificial grass design and installation services, but you may not know that ATL Turf Co. is a large artificial grass distributor. We only sell U.S.-made, premium name brand turf at factory direct pricing below wholesale. And now we're open to the public with large inventories of lawn and landscape, putting green, athletic, and pet turf on sale. Plus, all remnants are on sale for only $1 per square foot, direct from Dalton to our warehouse in Kennesaw. Visit atlturfco.com to learn more. atlturfco.com.
Military veterans are eager to transfer their skills and experiences to civilian life, but lack trusted connections to expedite their path to success. The civilian world can be confusing, and veterans do not need to journey through it alone. When you reach out to the Warrior Alliance, we will guide you to the best-in-class resources that can lead you toward renewed purpose after serving our nation. Find out why thousands of warriors have found success after service after engaging with the Warrior Alliance. For assistance, go to thewarrioralliance.org or call 404-210-1776.
This does not sound like a Nirvana intro. But not that I would know.
Jesus, don't want me for someday.
1993, MTV aired Nirvana's Unplugged for the first time, an acoustic performance taped at Sony Studios, New York, November 93.
Don't expect me to cry for all the reasons you have to die. Don't ever ask your love of me. Don't expect me to cry. Don't expect me.
This was pretty cool. Unlike the artists who appeared on the show, Nirvana filmed the entire performance in a single take with the band's 14-song set list. Filmed the entire performance in a single take with the band's 14-song set list included 6 cover versions. Nirvana, 93. There you go. Well, it sounds like a powerful song. I don't know anything about him. I don't know anything about him other than he killed himself and Courtney Love and whatever, and she had pizza and she was a tramp, and I don't know. What do I know? Birthday list. Oh, by the way, we're going to do a couple things special here. Birthday list, Benjamin Bratt. Benjamin Bratt is 61. He shows up on Modern Family every once in a while as Manny's daddy, Javier. Back in the day, he was Detective Ray Curtis for Law & Order, several seasons. And I remember Benjamin Bratt, 61. He was also a drug dealer in that movie about drug dealers where Michael Douglas's wife, who gave him cancer from being too naughty, was the wife of a guy who went to prison, and she took over the drug dealing duties. And it was a very famous drug dealer movie, and he was a drug dealer, and Michael Douglas's wife took over the chores from her husband, who was being arrested. Too bad you missed it.
Yeah, I never heard of it. Very famous.
I didn't know that was on here, so I would have looked it up. I would have Googled it, but it was a very famous movie. It had a lot of other famous people in it too. I remember a couple of scenes where she chased him in, they were trying to spy on her, and she showed up with some drinks at the back of their secret cab or something outside her house. Nobody
saw it.
Okay. On this day in history, well, I saw it. On this day in history, 1901. Beatrice Potter's The Tale of Peter Rabbit, first released. The story about Peter Rabbit, his triplet siblings, Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, and their widowed mother, who warned them to stay clear of Mr. McGregor's garden, whose wife had put their father in a pie after he was caught in their garden. The original story of Peter Rabbit, written in 1893 for the 5-year-old son of Potter's former governess. Beatrice Potter revised the story in 1901, and several other publishers' rejections had 250 copies printed by herself. Nobody wanted it. The book has since sold 45 million copies, one of the best-selling books in history. Peter Rabbit, stay clear of McGregor's garden. You put your father in a rabbit pie, 1901. And by the way, speaking of something very important in history, on this very day was 1951. Flounder, if you will, sir. NBC television, 1951. In 1951.
You're a cop, a flatfoot, a bull, a dick, John Law. You're the fuzz, the heat, you're poison, you're trouble, you're bad news. They call you everything, but never a policeman.
Jack Webb. I mean, that's what. And then Boing, the Quinn Martin production, blam, with a Mark 7 with a big stand with a iron.
Was that him?
Yeah. Anyway, Kim, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. It's 4:25 exactly right this second. 404-741-1230. Well, more. You're going to hear Donald Trump here in a second. Also, Stephen A. Smith ranting. I love. Oh, by the way, what was this thing you just sent me? Is this real? Did somebody's complaining to Mr. Dickey, or was this a joke?
No, this is a joke. She does it all the time. You were going off on what's her face. How you wanted to beat her up and have sex with her.
Oh, well, in a good way,
Stahl.
though. But in a gentlemanly way. And I would announce my intention so there would be nobody lying about anything.
Okay, let's just keep moving.
Thank you, Kristen. 4:25. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Shall we do this now? And then we got some Donald Trump cuts, and Stephen A. Smith is going to go nuts here too. But first, man, 'tis the season, and we'll also have the update on that horrible case of Madison school shooting in Wisconsin. But first, we got tweets, and we got Pete, and we got Pete's tweets.
John posts, I don't want to end this year on bad terms with anyone.
No, I know.
Apologize to me. Here are some old superstitions and traditions up here in Appalachia concerning Christmas. You ready?
All right, sir.
Folks used to keep saucers filled with milk on Christmas Day because a meowing cat meant bad luck.
I did not know that.
All right. You're not supposed to carry fire, coal, or matches that day, but you still had to keep the fire going because if it went out, evil spirits would populate your home.
I can see that, too.
But you couldn't carry anything.
No, you can't carry them. No, my. Well, how do you have somebody keep it lit? I wonder how you're supposed to keep it lit if you can't carry it. Well, whatever.
Well, that's why you have 500 kids. Women were encouraged to stay indoors on Christmas Day, not just to cook us menfolk dinner, but it was considered bad luck if the first person you saw on that day or the first person to visit your home was a female.
Well, chicks, man, they've been dangerous from the beginning, I guess, probably, huh?
That was also in Ireland that women, if a woman crossed your threshold on New Year's Day.
Oh, my God, Flounder, put your shirt down. What is the matter with you, man?
What are you doing in there?
Oh, my
I've
God.
got a heat rash on my stomach.
Man, it's
and
taking off his clothes. And it's, oh, God. Now, can they see that? Can they have the...
Yeah, they can't see me.
Oh, God.
But I've got a heat rash all over my stomach.
Well, what happened? Well, I mean, I think you need to talk to Miss Veronica about this very thing. I think she's getting you too. Maybe she should get a little place on the side to keep you private to calm down a little bit or something. Get a little too close to the old wedding day or something. He's taking his clothes off in there. We got to get this on camera.
No, because last week when I threw my back out, I put these heating sticks on my back.
Cool. Yeah.
And like when I took it off, it kind of was really sticky and it got a heat rash on my back, and now it's on my stomach.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't know wow.
Yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah, but is it painful or is it just...
No, it just itches.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Well, I hope you're feeling better. The whole back thing, man. You're too young for this stuff. My God. I'm sorry. Pete tweets. We're right in the middle of the thing there. You were saying. No, it's good now. We're back now.
If a mountain man saw a redhead on Christmas Day, he usually ran for the hills because it meant he'd be pursued by redheads the rest of his life. Like that's a bad thing.
Well, I don't, redheads. You ever...
Yes, I lived with one for 4 years. Very nice woman. And finally, the first person to bring a holly into the house will rule the home the following year.
Rule the home? Well, so I guess they go and get their holly. A holly, the little sprig of the sharp-pointed green hard leaf holly.
With red berries
little
on it.
berries,
That's a holly.
Wow. Cool. Yeah. Excellent. Pete's tweets. 428, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. All right, Flounder, let's go back to Donald Trump here for a second. Yeah, really a wonderful news conference. And in fact, you know what? What the hell, Flounder? We played it at... no, 355. That's true. We'll play again later. Let's play cut number 6. Donald Trump did his news conference today. He said the government knows all about these drones. They know everything that's going on with these drones. But he was also asked another question, which he was a little nervous about answering. Cut number 6, Flounder, if you would. Donald Trump.
Are you entertaining the idea of preemptive strikes against Iran's nuclear facilities? Against who? Against Iran's
strike Iran, nuclear.
I mean, it's a wonderful question, but how can am I going to do preemptive strikes? Why would I say that? Can you imagine If I said yes or no, you'd say, that was strange that he answered that question. Am I going to do preemptive strikes on Iran? Is that a serious question? How could I answer a question like that? Say it.
Would you be in support of Israeli strikes on Iran?
How could I tell you a thing like that now? It's so, you don't talk about that before something may or may not happen. I don't want to insult you. I just think it's just not something that I would ever answer having to do with there or any other place in the world.
But again, I mean, honestly, I have so much. I have a whole different attitude about Donald Trump. I truly do. And it wasn't just from him going to McDonald's through the drive-thru, but I have a whole different attitude. But he really has brought openness and joy and positive energy and optimism. And I'm not that guy. I don't fall for that kind of crap. I'm a freaking cynical old news fart. So, but he's really got me going on a thing. I'm so impressed with what he's done lately.
The adults are back in charge, and
I feel great.
Very good.
It is good. It is good. Anyway, 4:31, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. We got so much more. How you doing? Happy Monday. What's up? Here we go. Look out, it's a Kimber. We've got your afternoons covered, all right, and the Morning Extra's got your drive-in from 6 to 10 a.m., too.
If I just consider the fact that I use the restroom maybe 3 or 4 times a day for a span of like 90 seconds at a time, the rest of my day I go about doing what I'm doing, that's a minuscule amount of time. Sure. The fact that I try and have this movement that defines yourself by what restroom you go into, that's not me. That's on you. Of course. And so, yes, you are a dude, and you are dressed as a woman. And just because for just that 90 seconds at a time, you still have to be a dude, all right? Like, then the rest of the time, you get to be a woman all day long, and we all say like, wow, she's really nice. Okay, then that's fine. But for that 90 seconds at a time, out of your hours and hours and hours, you actually have to adhere to who you are. When it comes to doing this, use a dude.
The Morning Extra, 6 to 10 a.m. on Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Look out, I think your health insurance premiums just went up again. Hey, it's a Kimber. How's it going? Hey, I got great news. If you're tired of those skyrocketing health insurance premiums, introducing Trump Care. If you're healthy and self-employed, small business owner, close to Medicare, even on a COBRA plan, Health Insurance Doctors got you covered. How about saving up to 60% on annual premiums with Trump Care plans? Nationwide PPO network. Let you see any doctor, any hospital, plus 0 deductibles, no co-pays. The best part, plans are available year-round. No more open enrollment, no hard-to-get subsidies, no IRS penalties. Oh, guess what? It's free to you. You don't have to pay them to do it. The Health Insurance Doctor for decades, proudly serving the metro Atlanta area. Thousands of happy customers. Here's a free number to get a quote, 678-523-0759. Visit healthinsurancedoctor.net. Here's the number again. Again, there's no charge to you, 678-523-0759. On the web, healthinsurancedoctor.net.
This holiday season, give her something she'll cherish forever. Something she'll wear every day. Something she'll look at and smile every time. Hi, I'm Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers. This year, we've got the perfect gift for the holidays at an incredible price. How about a 1-carat tennis bracelet, just $9.99, and a 2-carat bracelet for $19.99, 3-carat for $29.99, all the way up to a 7-carat bracelet for only $69.99. Why the tennis bracelet? It's timeless style. It adds sparkle to any outfit. They are comfortable enough to wear every day and can be dressed up or down for any occasion. Tennis bracelets can also be family heirlooms that can be passed down from generation to generation. And if you get it at Solomon Brothers, you know you are getting the most beautiful, all-natural diamonds at the very best price. So stop in any one of our 3 stores on Peachtree Road in Buckhead, Old Milton Parkway in Alpharetta, and on Fisher Crossing Drive in Sharpsburg. Visit us online at SolomonBrothers.com or on Instagram at Solomon Brothers.
Hey homeowners, Tug here with some exciting news. Southern Exteriors is your one-stop solution for top-notch exterior services, from roofing to siding, windows, gutters, and more. No more waiting. They can start on your project immediately. And with an in-house warranty division, Southern Exteriors stands by their work for years to come, from leaky roofs to faded siding, trust Southern Exteriors for a quick and lasting transformation. Don't wait. Transform your home today. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co now. Southern Exteriors, quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years.
Why should you do your shopping at D. Geller & Son this holiday season? Because you don't want to end up like shouldn't have case number 3340.
Okay, honey, you ready to see your gift?
Okay.
All right, open your eyes.
What is it?
It's the future of walking. It's a Segway. Trust me, in a few years, all of your friends are going to have one of these bad boys.
How much did this cost?
Only $4,000.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Why don't you hop on and take it for a spin?
Okay.
Honey?
You know what never goes out of style? Diamonds. This year, take the risk out of holiday shopping at D. Geller & Son, steering you right since 1939.
This year, hold on the tech gifts and give them something they'll really love. Like a beautiful piece of fine jewelry from D. Geller & Son Jewelers. From timeless diamond stud earrings to tennis bracelets to our gorgeous selection of hand-picked loose diamonds. D. Geller & Son Jewelers has been helping folks find that perfect holiday gift since 1939. So stop in today. D. Geller & Son Jewelers in Atlanta, Kennesaw, and Sandy Springs. And you can always shop online at dgeller.com.
I am Michael Green, chef and third-generation owner of Matthews Cafeteria, located on Main Street in historic downtown Tucker, Georgia. We have been serving Southern comfort favorites since my grandparents opened the doors in 1955. 70 years later, Matthews is still preparing those same recipes. Come in today, grab a tray and sit down to award-winning fried chicken, turkey and dressing, hand-peeled mashed potatoes, and made-from-scratch biscuits, pies, and cobblers. Serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 6 days a week. Come and see us today and experience the Matthews way.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
What do you want to do, Chubby? Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah. If you're of a certain age and you remember the first time you saw your parents doing the twist, you never get over it. Yeah. Baby twist, Chubby Checker. And the girls could do it. 1991, Chubby Checker filed a lawsuit against McDonald's in Canada, seeking $14 million for using an imitation of his voice. The song The Twist had been used on a French fries commercial, and Chubby Checker wanted his share of it. 437, Kipper Pete and the Flounder. To the phones, it's Rick the Pater. You're on the radio. Happy Monday, Rick. What's going on, man? What's up?
Hey, Chipper. Well, yeah, man. What's going on? Hey, today I'm calling in. I finally had enough.
Yeah.
I just want to rant today. It just is enough's enough. Somebody's got to say it.
Yeah.
So if I make somebody mad, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I just want to say, whoever came up with the number 0, thanks for nothing.
Thanks for nothing, Lizzie.
I said it.
A numerical. Oh God! Sometimes these brain teases are overwhelming. You know. Oh wow.
Indians.
Oh, I'm gonna. Well, I'm sorry. What's that?
It was Indians that came up with
Indians did 0. Yeah. Again, there was no. The Indians do not have a word for me, for I. Did you know that?
Which Indians are we talking about?
Well, one of the many tribes. A lot of them probably the Iroquois.
I'm talking about
Adirondack.
subcontinent India.
Ah, of course. Well, I thought.
We got breaking news too. Once you finish what you're doing.
All right. Well, I have. I want to do one thing because I think this is fairly weird.
Go ahead.
Was on this day in 19. Well, now I'm not going to tell you. 1962, bank robbers Daryl Parker and John Paul Scott attempt to escape from infamous San Quentin Federal Alcatraz prison. From Alcatraz, not San Quentin, you idiots. From Alcatraz prison, working on the culinary duty below the kitchen. They bent the bars of a window in the latrine, climbed down a rope, and made it to the water. This is 1962. This is not the Clint Eastwood one. They then blew up rubber gloves and used them as water wings to float to the San Francisco shore, a distance of 1.4 miles. Parker, though, had to give up after a short time because he broke his ankle during the escape. He was recaptured 20 minutes after the escape was discovered on the rock formation, Little Alcatraz, which is a mere 100 yards from Alcatraz Island. Later that morning, 4 teenagers found John Paul Scott unconscious at Fort Point beneath the Golden Gate Bridge. He was immediately apprehended. The famous escape from Alcatraz, in which 3 men escaped, never to be heard from again, had occurred 6 months earlier. And I think there's still evidence that at least one of those guys got away. I was pretty clearly at least one. And weren't they 2 brothers? Two bank robbers from Georgia, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway. I don't know. Okay, look, 4:30, 4:40. Holy cow, 4:40.
You want to hear something very bizarre?
Breaking news. Yes, sir. You had something. Yes, sir. Please.
Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson has starred in a Broadway musical.
What?
ABC reports it was her lifelong goal to be the first black female Supreme Court justice to perform in a Broadway show. Oh. Guess which show she was in?
Oh, it's got to be like Wizard of Oz or one of those, or no, the one with the Supreme Court where they're all black now and Thomas Jefferson's a black guy or something.
It's called Anne Juliet. It is a queer rendition of Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, dear God.
She plays a he, she, they character. So when she refused to define what is a woman during her confirmation hearing, she wasn't being a brilliant legal mind. She was and is a radical leftist, DEI hired, propagating harmful neo-Marxist, anti-woman, transgender ideologue.
No question about it. The first question after the girlfriend, the senator from Tennessee, was the one who asked her, what is a woman? And she said, well, I'm no biologist. And then the next question should have been, well, how in the and the hell can you be able to have anything to do with a case involving gender? I mean, seriously, that should disqualify you immediately as being a coward and being a freaking liar. You know what a woman is, ma'am. Yeah, Supreme Court Justice bippity boppity boo. You know what a woman is. You know what chromosomes mean. You know exactly what the definition is. And you're so much of a freaking woke coward that you're afraid to offend somebody that you didn't want to tell the truth before the Senate to put you on the Supreme Court. What a disgrace, God.
Once again, proving, though, once you're in the club, you get awards, you get jobs, you get careers, you get parties. It's just one thing after another.
It's a dream come true, Pete. I mean, can you? I mean, golly, if I could only be like a tranny character in a Broadway play, golly, I think I would just. Oh, that would be even better than being a Supreme Court justice. How can a Supreme Court justice be in a Broadway play of a non-gender tranny something? Or what?
Let's take a perfect form of beautiful heterosexual love that has lived through the ages, and we'll turn it on its head and make it queer, just like this Wicked thing, which is very entertaining. I've seen the play at the Fox. It's very entertaining, the whole musical. But they took a whole thing of good and evil, and they turned it into where it's kind of like a gray area.
Here we go. I mean, how do these people get on the court? I mean, seriously. Well, elections have consequences. And you got Democrats, and this is what they do. I mean, how could you in good conscience vote for a woman as a Supreme Court justice for life?
Wait a minute. She got on because Republicans voted for her.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Fake actual conservative Republicans voted for her. And knowingly voted for her. It's just 4:53. Okay, all right. Oh, by the way, speaking of Democrats, here we go again. I'm not even going to try to play the sound bites. Again, this is not a nice man. President Scumbag is a criminal and a pervert and a child molester. And last night they had a big party, all the Democrats and President Scumbag and Vice President Double Scumbag and all their families and husbands and wives, and we're all there, and all the Democrats talking about how they love each other and, we didn't win, but everything's going to be fine. And then President Stupidface says, after the blowout election loss, people are wondering on what her future is for a Carmela side piece. He says, "You're not going anywhere, kid. We aren't letting you." Oh, clapping, wee, wee. We all get knocked down. My dad would say, when you get knocked down, you just got to get up again. The measure of a person died at Biden. What an idiot, telling the same old dad stories. Here's a woman who blew a couple of $1 billion, and she said, "You opened your homes, you rallied and reached out to your friends and family. You put your personal capital, by that I mean your relationships, at stake with me." Oh, please. I will bet you, and again, the Democrats are doing everything they can, and even Stephen A. Smith is going nuts. We're going to play that soundbite in just 1 second here, Flounder, cut number 3. I'll bet you these Democrats, there are Democrats figuring out how to start another pandemic in time for Donald Trump's administration to ruin him. I'll bet you, oh my God, I'll bet you something's up like that they're planning already. That will turn the government upside down.
One of their doctors, one of the big liberal doctors, said they had 2 things planned for the January 20th, that it was all coming down. Just wait.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Stephen A. Smith, cut number 3, Flounder. Do we have time to play this here? We can do this here now. But this guy's going nuts. Now, Stephen A. Smith is a well-known, sports guy, liberal guy, but he has a podcast, his own show. And he is, as one of the guys who's, a loudmouth guy like me, but he's finally coming to Jesus and understanding what these Democrats have been up to, and he's had it up to here. Stephen A. Smith, if you will, Flounder.
And now here we are yet again finding even more evidence to Donald Trump's claims when he articulated that process is rigged. My big issue is that I'm really, really sick and tired of every time I turn around finding something else that the Democrats have lied about or downplayed or misrepresented along the way. I mean, I see Republicans like Megyn Kelly or Officer Tatum or Candace Owens or, the Sean Hannitys of the world. You know what I'm getting tired of? To the Democratic Party. You know what I'm getting really pissed off about?
Oh, boy.
I'm getting really ticked off. And every time they open their mouth about something pertaining to y'all, they seem right.
He says we can argue policies all day long. In politics, the Democrats worked really, really diligently to make the case the right had a monopoly on insidious evil tendencies, duplicitous, hypocritical, untruthful tendencies. And every time they made those accusations, we turn around and find out that at least some of them are guilty of the same blank. I don't know about you, but I'm sick of it all. Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, duh. You asked for it. You did this to yourselves. If Carmela, honestly, God, when that girl asked her, what would you have done differently from your administration, she could have won the election with a great answer. Anyway, 446, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Well, maybe not. Oh, God, hopefully not. They sure blew it. I got so much more. Don't go anywhere now.
The legend Neil Bortz is only on Extra 106.3. Hey, it's Pete, and here's what you missed from the Talkmaster.
Focus on the other crimes of Joe Biden. Flying illegals across the border to various cities in the United States and dumping them on the American taxpayers. That's something to get worked up about. He's a liar. Okay, he's also gone in about 6 weeks.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 or listen anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Echo. This Christmas, give the gift that keeps on giving. Echo Power Equipment. Whether it's a new chainsaw, trimmer, or blower, Echo has the perfect tools to make any outdoor job easier and efficient. At Howard Brothers, they've got the Echo tools for every task and every budget, so you can find the right gift for the hardworking person in your life. Let's get something special wrapped up under the tree this year. Echo Power Equipment is built for those who love to get things done, and Howard Brothers is here to make your Christmas shopping easier.
Lee Brand Jewelry and Watches would like to wish you a Merry Christmas and to thank all of you who have made Lee Brand a success. There's no greater feeling than making Christmas special for someone you love, and special Christmas memories are made at Lee Brand Jewelry and Watches, where quality, value, and service are the Lee Brand difference. Also, check out Lee Brand's pre-owned Rolex watches for a timeless gift that will be treasured forever. Located in Sandy Springs in the Trader Joe's Shopping Center, or visit online at Leebrand.com. That's Leebrand.com.
Neil Bortz here. Maybe you've already taken the steps to improve your health, maybe save your life. You're using a CPAP for your sleep apnea. I've been using one for well over 20 years. So right now I'm here to tell you about a source for CPAPs and CPAP supplies here in the Atlanta area. CPAPs, etc. They're in Alpharetta. They have whatever you need. Roddy and Sharon are your CPAP experts, and they'll ship nationwide. More information, CPAPs, etc.com.
You know the old expression, I love it when a plan comes together? Well, with our First Liberty Notes, this has been so true. Hello, I'm Brant Frost, founder of First Liberty Building and Loan. You hear about our family's company all the time right here on the station. For over 30 years, we've been the local lender who said yes when the big banks say no. A couple of months ago, we opened up our First Liberty Notes program to Main Street investors just like you, and the response has been just incredible. Folks from airline pilots to physicians to even pastors are now earning 8 to 13% interest rates while helping to fuel the growth of local small businesses. If you're a qualified investor with a minimum of $25,000, you too could be earning 8 to 13% interest. We'd love to have you join our First Liberty family today. Go to FirstLibertyGA.com and see if our First Liberty Notes are right for you. Go to FirstLibertyGA.com. That's FirstLibertyGA.com.
First Liberty Notes are not obligations of or guaranteed by any financial institution and are not secured by any collateral. They are not FDIC insured or guaranteed by any government agency. You could lose money. SEC accredited investor status must be verified. Securities not offered in any jurisdiction in which it is unlawful.
Who doesn't want a great smile? The world seems brighter because it is. Hey, it's a Kimmer. How's it going? You know, that's only one reason to see my dentist, Dr. Dina Giesler at Atlantis Smiles. The other reason, of course, is to take care of your teeth, or they're going to make your life miserable. We all know that. But when's the last time you were smiling before you walked in the door like me? Because I know Dr. Dina and her staff are the happiest Kimmer babes you ever saw. We're going to fix me up, and I always take the gas. They tell me my best stories come out that way. And you can actually get a doggy right there, napping in my lap, a little doggy. I said, go ahead, work away. Dr. Dina's a Navy vet, ranked a master dentist, which only 1% can say. She's been doing veneers since before anybody even knew what that was. My first visit was 30 years ago. Cosmetic dentistry, cleaning, bridges, crowns, especially keeping your teeth and gums healthy to last as long as you do. Veterans automatic 10% discount. Just tell them when you call. Atlanta Smiles, 404-262-7733. It's atlantasmiles.com. Your new smile's waiting for you. atlantasmiles.com. Tell them the Kimmer sent you. Ask for the doggy. atlantasmiles.com.
Mike Rowe here with a few thoughts on my favorite sweatshirt. A classic zip-up hoodie that used to be navy blue but has since faded to what the fashionistas call a distressed indigo. It's 13 years old, soft as a flannel bathrobe, and after a few hundred dirty jobs, demonstrably and undeniably indestructible. This is the kind of sweatshirt girlfriends like to permanently borrow. But I've held on to this one because I got it from American Giant. American Giant makes all their stuff right here in the USA, so they can control every link in their own supply chain. That matters, because when you buy American Giant, you not only get great quality, you create jobs for people in factory towns all over the country. No pressure, but if you give a damn about the business of making things in America, you got to support the companies who are doing it right.
Thanks, Mike. One more thing we agree on. Buy American at american-giant.com/Glenn. Use my name and get 20% off your first order at american-giant.com/Glenn.
Well, look out now. 452. 1984. ZZ Top bassist Dusty Hill accidentally shot himself in the stomach when his Derringer fell from the boot of his car and went off. Dusty Hill drove himself to the hospital and got himself taken care of. It was 1984.
Late, great Dusty Hill.
Yeah. By the way, Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top today is 75 years old. Happy birthday there, Billy, from ZZ Top. Legs, one of the great songs. If I wanted to use that as my theme song, I was overruled back in the 90s for some reason.
But that's not great ZZ Top. That's commercials.
Yeah, that's true. But that's what I mean, just the beat alone. Just that beat.
I tell you, they used to put on some of the best live shows. I saw them at the Omni. I saw them at the Fox. Man, they put on a live show.
Yeah, I've never seen them. I've heard that it's a great entertainment show. It goes crazy. Especially if you like the guys with beards. On this day in 1956, it was
That's a good song.
There we go.
Just got paid.
Just got paid today. Got me a pocket full of change. Just got paid today. Got me a pocket full of change.
That pocket full of change is I love it. 1956. It's the last time Elvis Presley would appear on the Louisiana Hayride TV show. That show was so popular that the crowds refused to leave the building in case they had a chance to maybe spot Elvis walking around or something. So because that was true and they were afraid they might miss a chance to see him somewhere, the announcer named Horace Logan actually would say, and for the last time on this day in 1956 said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building." And that's where it came from, because it was real. 454, I can repeat and flounder. You'll be happy to know that they're starting to stand up to those naysayers who are threatening to make life miserable for returning conservatives when Donald Trump takes over next month. One major Washington, D.C. area restaurant called Bouchert's Saloon on Capitol Hill has a woman there who said, "I personally would refuse to serve any person in office who I know being a sex trafficker or trying to deport millions of people. Oh, we hate Republicans. It's that this person has moral convictions that are strongly opposed to mine, and I don't feel comfortable serving them." Yeah, well, that girl's name is Susanna Van Ruby, and guess what? Susanna is now out of a job. She got fired. As part of that new resistance coming for the Donald Trump people. And the Bouchert's Saloon said those remarks were reprehensible. We have a zero-tolerance policy on discrimination. She was a part-time server, not a manager. Her remarks are being condemned as hostile and inappropriate, intolerant, unacceptable. Yeah, you better start saying things like that. Otherwise, Donald Trump ought to tell people don't go to restaurants anymore in Washington. See how you feel about that for a while. And don't spend your money there. How about that? These freaking people, and if it happens, they deserve to be screwed. It'd be their own damn fault. They're the ones who voted these people in the first place and got them in there, and now you can never freaking get rid of them. Anyway. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, Flounder, let's play cut number one. I think we have time for this. We got Flounder's Funny coming up here, too. This is incredible. There's a guy named, the company is called Comrade Workwear. James Haar is the guy who founded it. It's a socialist apparel brand. He's calling online for the death of corporate executives planning to sell a deck of cards for most wanted CEOs, much like they had for the wanted Iraqi guys back in the day. The deck helps soldiers then to find what they needed to do, and he says the social accounts are loaded with anti-capitalism posts and images, including one reading, "The CEO must die." And then he gets on his podcast and tells people how he's going to design these playing cards with the names of CEOs who should apparently be shot. Flounder, cut number
guys,
one.
I absolutely locked in, and I think I figured out what these cards are going to look like. So this is what I'm thinking for the back of the cards. And basically each suit is going to be like certain types of industries. So clubs are going to be like pharmaceuticals and chemical companies. The heart is going to be like retail and real estate, things that you need to survive. Diamonds are going to be for tech and finance and media, and the spades are for oil and war. And then this is what the cards are going to look like. We're going to have the person, what they're a part of, and then we're going to have a QR code that goes to dedicated pages that shows why they're evil. Yeah. So you could be like, why is the CEO of Walmart evil? Or why is the CEO of Northrop Grumman evil? Or the Sacklers? Or the head of Dow Chemical? Or the head of Shell? Or the head of Anthem Insurance? Or whoever this guy is.
Yeah.
But tell me if you guys dig this, because I want to put them out like ASAP, so let's get some feedback.
Playing cards, complete with names, faces, decorated with illustrations of gun range targets. CEOs of healthcare companies. How about a Flounder's Funny? Golly, this puts us in a good mood for a little happiness here, Flounder. 457, Nucky's Hoagies, your sponsor. Stacy and Shannon, the naughty little stepsisters.
Well, with me and Pete having back issues, I found this one.
Okay.
I don't respect chiropractors.
There you go.
I went to one the other day. I think they're making stuff up. It's a problem. I went to this guy, and he was like, "Are you sleepy?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm sleepy." He's like, "Oh, it's because your bones." I was like, "My bones?" He's like, "Yeah, man, you got sleepy bones." Okay. And he's like, "Are you breathing?" I go, "Yeah, I'm breathing." He goes, "That's adding to it." It's like, "I thought breathing's good." He's like, "Not when you got sleepy bones, man."
Sleepy bones. Who's that there, Flounder?
What is his name? Mr. Mason James.
Mason James. Oh, my goodness. By the way.
Wait a minute.
What?
James Mason.
James Mason, yes.
James.
Yes, you would. Yes, that's right. James Mason with a little Lolita. Yes. What a creepy freaking guy he was. Oh, yeah, God. 4:58, Kipper, Pete, and Flounder. Coming up, have you ever heard of XL Bully dogs? XL Bullies, it's a breed. It's like pit bulls, but bigger. They weigh up to 150 pounds. They're like bull mastiff, bulldog, and they're giant, nothing but muscle, and they ate a guy. 3 of them at a park near San Diego. Yeah. And they had to put them down. And again, this is, and for the record, in fact, I'll do this really quickly here. For the record, I looked this up because I'd never heard this before. Oh, come on.
While we're young.
Here we go. The bullies. XL bullies are not inherently aggressive. Like all dogs, their temperament depends on genetics, upbringing, and training. But an XL bully is not aggressive. They're very popular. The temperament, one of the traits of the XL bullies, their temperament, they're affectionate, loyal, seeking love and approval from their owners. Despite their size, they have a nature that may surprise some people who make assumptions based on their appearances. Instincts naturally ingrained in them. They tend to approach strangers with curiosity rather than aggression. Oh, really? Well, they just ate their owner. 3 of them. 5 o'clock. Kipper, Pete, and Flounder. And what do you got? New update?
Justin Trudeau may be stepping down.
Here we go. It's coming apart. 5 o'clock. Kipper, Pete, and Flounder.
WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Lee Brandt Jewelry and Watches.
Is heartbreak at a Christian school in Madison, Wisconsin.
Today at 10:57 a.m., our team was called to the Abundant Life Christian School in reference to an active shooter.
Madison Police Chief Sean F. Barnes says the mass shooting was confined to one space and that the suspect, a teenage student, was found dead. A student and a teacher were killed, 6 other students wounded, including 2 in critical condition.
I think we can all agree that enough is enough. And we have to come together to do everything we can to support our students, to prevent press conferences like these from happening again and again and again.
Abundant Life is a small private school, about 390 students, grades K through 12. Wisconsin's governor ordering flags to half staff as that investigation continues. Fox News has learned the House Intelligence Committee will get a briefing on drone sightings tomorrow from the FBI, CIA, and intelligence officials.
So the Pentagon came out today and said that a drone incident that was reported over the weekend at the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base just outside Dayton, Ohio, they believe is unrelated to these other mysterious drone sightings that were going on about a month now, still with no answers. And earlier today, President-elect Donald Trump applied a bit more pressure on the Biden administration, saying that he thinks President Biden and our military know what's going on, and they just won't tell the American people.
I can't imagine it's the enemy, because if it was the enemy, they'd blast it out. Even if they were late, they'd blast it. Something strange is going on.
Trump declined to say if he received an intelligence briefing on the drones. It is impacting several states from coast to coast. The investigation, though, remains centered in New Jersey.
Fox's Nate Foy, a White House official, says the sightings appear to be a combination of commercial, hobbyist, and law enforcement drones, as well as aircraft mistaken for drones. America's listening to Fox News.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of flag, ready on your dog. Target. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Killer with Pete Davis and Flounder. And you, here's the number, 404-741-1230. 741-1230. And again, the big breaking story is the shooting in Madison, Wisconsin, Christian school, teacher dead, a teenager dead. The student who killed them was described as young and had a 9mm gun and shot other students, two critical condition, others also wounded, and again, two other people. We don't know whether it might have been some other teachers too. Don't know how it's. He killed himself. He or she or it killed himself. And so that's really all we know for now. And, guys, a lot of stuff going on. Donald Trump's news conferences today and the drone business. And again, I just, I don't understand why someone hasn't, at least some of the people responsible for this drone business haven't said what the hell is going on. Anyway, we'll talk more about that, too. Also, an update, I want to tell you a quick update on the story right before the news about those 3 XL bullies. And I guess that's the breed. In fact, I did Google this this morning. The XL Bully was recognized, I think, in 2004 by the Kennel Club people, or the breeding people. But it is not recognized as a breed. In fact, I think it's a dangerous breed in Britain. But here in America, it's not. And I just read a thing. I Googled it, and it said, well known for their temperament. It's like if you've ever known a Mastiff. Now, I used to have a Bull Mastiff, Harley. But that was a Bull Mastiff. A Mastiff is even bigger. But they are gentle giants. A Mastiff is just a big, clumsy dog who just loves attention. And they can be, protective. They guard the kings and stuff. But they're not generally known like that. These XL Bullies, I don't know much about them. But one quick update, and we'll get back to the other things going on.
They were his own dogs.
Yeah, he owned them. Yeah, and 2 people owned the dogs, and the second owner said, "Well, okay," and they killed them. They did euthanize the dogs yesterday. I mean, obviously, you had to. And again, the story was that people tried to were using golf clubs to hit the dog. Somebody hit him with a shovel. Finally, the cops showed up and tased them, and that's what sent them packing. They captured 2 there, and one got away, went to his home, and they captured him there. And the owner was saying, "Easy, boys, calm down, calm down." They were getting upset about something, and he was trying to calm. They heard him saying, "Easy, gentle, let's be gentle, let's be gentle," and of course they weren't. And again, I don't start blaming me for saying anything about dogs. I love dogs, and I'll buy 25 of those tomorrow. How about that? Okay. But again, I mean,
not me.
I'll tell you what.
These things?
I mean, they look like hell dogs. I mean, they're just monster muscle bound. They look like robot dogs. They look like you made them out of clay.
Cerberus.
Yeah. And by the way, one kind of related story, which I think is fairly interesting. What do you think about this? Excuse me. Sorry. What? What do you think about my?
Think about your coughing?
I'm sorry. I'm not good. I'm just not good. You know what it is? In fact, this is funny. I discovered something too. I discovered a new thing here. In the afternoons, for some reason, I don't know whether my blood pressure drops or something, but I've been feeling a thing about as I get older, my body and later in the day, because I start work at 5:30 in the morning, and by like 4:35, 5:30 in the clock, like an idiot, I start feeling stuff, and so I've been pumping sugar when I come into work. So anyway, like between noon and between 1 and 4 or so, and I discovered this is great. As you know, I used to bring my ice water, and now I'm doing sugar stuff. I'm doing sweet tea or these things, these little red drink things, these Minute Maid things. If I put these in the freezer and bring them out like an hour beforehand, they don't freeze. They turn into slushes. They don't go ice freeze, hard rock freeze. They turn into like slushies, and they're freaking delicious. So I'm going to start doing this for my little drinking here. But the thing is, they coat my throat because it's got sugar and syrup in there, and that's why I had to cough once in a while. So that's the reason for it. Anyway, I apologize.
There's a soda fountain around the corner there.
I did not know that. Do we have a soda fountain?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What, we can buy sodas?
Tell them about the soda fountain.
Yeah, like all assorted soft drinks, Diet Coke, Coca-Cola.
You mean like an actual?
Right.
Yeah.
Fanta, yeah.
They have an ice with it too and everything? Or not?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Now, how come I didn't know that?
Because you never go out of your little hole there.
I got stuff to do. I got things. There's people out there. It's girls and everything.
Cocoon that you go through.
There's girls out there. I'm not allowed to go out where the girls are. God, I think Bella's already filed like 9 complaints against me playing with her hair. I flick her hair when I go by. Swear to God, I gotta stop that.
Stop doing that.
Yes, try it. Anyway, and here's a related story, which I think is bizarre. Well, I'm sorry, I don't think it's bizarre at all. Here we go. New York City. New law. 2 years ago, they warned them, and it went into effect yesterday. New York City, pet shops can no longer sell dogs or cats or rabbits. Pet stores in New York, no more dogs, cats, or rabbits for sale. And so what happened over the weekend was these stores who had all these pets for sale had to get rid of them. So this one guy named Polonia said he was with his wife and kids and stuff, and they walked into one of these stores, saw a sign, everything must go, and there was a pooch for sale, a puppy, a Shih Tzu Bichon mix, and it was for sale for $2,800. They got it for $800. Another guy, there was a $3,200 corgi for $500 cash. Corgis cost $3,000. And again, this and the pet shop owners are all going nuts. They're saying we're going out of business. This is how we make our money. The guy says I can't sell just supplies. The guy says, $14 for a chain. Oh, I get one at Chewy for $4. He says I know 120 businesses are going to close right now. Because they can't. I mean, they sell dogs. That's what they do. But now they're no longer allowed to sell dogs. They were trying to cut down on puppy mills. And of course, the conditions are horrible. Pet stores, puppies are raised in places where the mommy dog never leaves a cage. They never get out of a cage. No. So don't, I feel bad for the puppy store owners, but, life sucks. They don't make wagon wheels anymore either. I mean, it was just wrong in so many ways about what they're doing to animals. And again, I can't even watch those commercials on TV for Save a Doggy because I'm chained to I can't watch them. It's just, anyway. Of course, I'm a sucker for animals. I got a new kitty cat now at the stable. I got this little girl kitty who's been there forever. Jack's former kitty's sister. Anyway, and I got some videos I put on Facebook of her today too. 404-741-1230. Oh, okay, 511. Pete Davis coming up here, and a whole bunch of Holy Crap at Sports stuff. Oh, and by the way, Pete, I think it's this weekend, starting this weekend, Saturday, NFL. Double headers.
Yeah, there's one tonight.
You're not going to leave your place for the whole weekend. Double headers, man. It's going to be great.
Funny? I love college football, but I have less interest now in the NFL. I fell asleep halfway through the Kansas City game Sunday, and I didn't wake up till like 8 o'clock. I didn't even watch yesterday. I watched a little bit of the red zone to see the touchdowns, but I wouldn't watch a football game. I'll tell you though, the Buffalo Detroit game. I'm sad I missed that one.
Yeah. I did see a lot of that stuff. Holy cow! And what a great story that Detroit. I mean, who'd have thought?
They're in trouble.
Buffalo, that freaking quarterback with his new hottie girl and everything. Anyway, and now tonight, Monday Night Football, of course, involves our own team and a chance to see Bowers from University of Georgia.
That's right.
Anyway.
He'll never see the ball because Desmond Ridder will be throwing it. So,
God, but if they don't throw it to him, I mean, and even I read an article today. Everybody knows this guy's a jock. I mean, Bowers is just a monster out there, and if they don't use him, and they're all bragging about him.
Away.
Yeah, he is wasting away. Yeah. 512. Okay, one more quick thing. They may have found Santa Claus's sarcophagus. A sarcophagus is a great big thing you put a body in. I guess that's how do we describe it. Archaeologists unearthing stuff at an ancient site in Antalya, Turkey. An excavation near the St. Nicholas Church in the district there, which is where they believe St. Nicholas, known for his acts of generosity, was born in the 3rd century Greek village of Palara, which is now on the southern coast of Turkey. St. Nicholas said his wealthy parents died when he was young, and he used his inheritance to assist the needy and suffering, especially children. St. Nicholas served as the bishop and died in the year 343. 200 years after his death, his remains were moved to the Church of St. Nicholas, built in his honor, and they have found his sarcophagus, the original St. Nicholas. And, here we go. Kind of cool. 513, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. How you doing? Holy Crap at Sports is coming up. And your calls and more of the news, the latest on the Madison shooting. Got it all, sir. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder right here.
And, of course, Joe Biden did not keep his word, and he did pardon Hunter. But really, what did you expect?
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
We're sharing more love than ever before during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event. By the end of this year, Subaru and its retailers like Jennifer and the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett will have donated nearly $320 million to charities like the ASPCA, Make-A-Wish, Meals on Wheels America, and the National Park Foundation. It's the reason why we say Subaru of Gwinnett is more than a car dealer. We always go the extra mile for our community. And during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event, you can drive away in the Subaru model you've had your eye on all year. But now through January 2nd is the only time you can get a new Subaru, and Subaru of Gwinnett will donate $250 to a charitable cause of your choosing. It's just one way that we share the love this holiday season. Visit SubaruofGwinnett.com for details and start shopping for the Subaru that your family will love for years to come. Then come by and see us for a test drive and meet our staff. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru. Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard in Duluth, and online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Hey Roswell, looking for the perfect bite this football season? Head on over to Nucky's Hoagie's Roswell Corners, where every sandwich is crafted with love by us.
The Sub Sisters,
Stacy
and Shannon. Whether you're looking to cater a football tailgate party or grabbing lunch to go or dining in, we've got delicious Nucky's menu items for you. When you bite into a Nucky's Hoagies, you'll taste the difference. The softest hoagie rolls ever, with the freshest ingredients that'll make your taste buds dance.
Make Nucky's Hoagies in Roswell Corners on Woodstock Road your new favorite sandwich spot.
Who doesn't want a great smile? The world seems brighter because it is. Hey, it's a Kimmer. How's it going? You know, that's only one reason to see my dentist, Dr. Dina Giesler at Atlantis Smiles. The other reason, of course, is to take care of your teeth, or they're going to make your life miserable. We all know that. But when's the last time you were smiling before you walked in the door like me? Because I know Dr. Dina and her staff are the happiest Kimmer babes you ever saw. We're going to fix me up, and I always take the gas. They tell me my best stories come out that way. And you can actually get a doggy right there, napping in my lap, a little doggy. I said, go ahead, work away. Dr. Dina's a Navy vet, ranked a master dentist, which only 1% can say. She's been doing veneers since before anybody even knew what that was. My first visit was 30 years ago. Cosmetic dentistry, cleaning, bridges, crowns, especially keeping your teeth and gums healthy to last as long as you do. Veterans automatic 10% discount. Just tell them when you call. Atlantis Smiles, 404-262-7733. It's AtlantisSmiles.com. Your new smile's waiting for you. AtlantisSmiles.com. Tell them the Kimmer sent you. Ask for the doggy. AtlantisSmiles.com.
Are you tired of dealing with drafty, inefficient windows? Do you have certain rooms in the house that you can't keep cool in the summer or warm in the winter? Hi, I'm Dan Watkins with All Four Seasons Garage Entry Doors and Windows. It's time to upgrade these old windows. Replace them with double pane, beautiful, energy-efficient windows. Your new windows will help you regulate a perfect temperature throughout your house. Start saving big money on your energy bills and improve the curb appeal of your home. Give us a call today at 770-517-7078.
This holiday season, skip the practical and give something magical. This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers, where we've been Atlanta's source for holiday magic since 1939. We take the risk out of gifting with a selection sure to have the perfect piece and the experts here to personally help you find it. For a timeless gift that keeps on giving, our dazzling diamond studs start at just $275, and they can be upgraded for life. For a personal touch, pick from a huge selection of birthstone jewelry starting at just $155. Plus, showstoppers like diamond hoops and tennis bracelets to blow her away and make forever memories. Or for the ultimate magic moment, find the perfect ring for an unforgettable holiday proposal. Hand-picked diamonds and handmade settings that'll make her say yes before you even ask. With Atlanta's best staff of in-house jewelers, have the ring of her dreams sized and set in time for Christmas. With our local family business feel and 85 years of bringing you only the best, D. Geller & Son is here to bring you holiday value and magic this season. Come shop with us in Atlanta, Kennesaw, or Sandy Springs, or browse our gift guide at dgeller.com.
As the year comes to a close, now is the perfect time to evaluate your estate plan to protect your hard-earned assets from the high tax rates. Nelson Elder Care Law is here to help you keep your assets secure for future generations. As a family-owned and family-focused business, our mission is to exceed your expectations, offering absolute assurance and peace of mind. With our expertise in customized estate planning, Medicaid planning, probate administration, guardianship, and conservatorship, we protect what matters most to you. Schedule a free legacy planning meeting today to discover how we can help families just like yours. Don't let the government decide how to spend your money. Contact us at 678-250-9355. 678-250-9355. or visit NelsonElderCareLaw.com. Nelson Elder Care Law, your partner in asset protection.
All right, I got now coming up, Flounder's Kinky Chest Treatment standing by. Also, Jamie Foxx, that anti-American slime bag. You'll hear his voice coming up here, too. Yellowstone? Oh, my God, I didn't even know it. But first, sponsored by RBM of Atlanta. Holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
Is there a bigger clue as to how much college football needs a leader right now than this absolute Mongolian nut cluster of a transfer portal problem?
Oh, God.
Unbelievable. Because the brains put the transfer date before the bowl games, we now have total chaos as what seems like entire teams are pulling up stakes and heading elsewhere. To hell with their teammates, their teams, their colleges, their coaches. They're chasing the money, and it's hard to blame them with so much money out there right now. But these mercenaries who jump from school to school every year, 3 or 4 or 5 teams looking for a higher paycheck, they have no place in college football. The worst example seems to be at Marshall, where nearly 30 players left to follow head coach Charlie Huff. This caused the Thundering Herd to opt out of the Independence Bowl because they didn't have enough players to play, much less have a coach.
Are you serious? 30 of them?
The whole team basically just decided to go with the coach to sunnier climes. Fortunately for the bowl, Louisiana Tech has stepped in because they're right down the road, even though they were 5-7 this year. So Army has to play a 5-7 team, which probably maybe they won't even beat them the way they played against Navy over the weekend. It's just common sense to put the transfer portal after the bowls and the playoffs.
Duh, God.
Who couldn't think that? Who couldn't figure that out?
They must have known this would happen.
No, because they're idiots. Because guess what? It's not the smaller boys being affected right now. It's the playoffs. The playoffs are being affected.
Exactly.
Players from Georgia are transferring. They have a chance to win a national championship, and they're abandoning their team to chase more money or a better chance of playing time. Running back Kanye Udoh is transferring, and he just played in the Army-Navy game for Army. I had no idea you could transfer out of the Army now. Is he going to the Canadian Army or the Coast Guard? Who's he going to play for?
Wait a minute. He owes our service to the United States Army for like 6 years.
I guess he'll do that after he goes to Stanford or wherever he's going to go to next.
Man.
So many Razorbacks have transferred to Mississippi. Some smartass posted a meme saying, Arkansas, the official AAA affiliate of the Ole Miss Rebels.
Oh, man.
Is it going to take an act of Congress, and I'm not kidding, to stop the madness? The players should be paid, but put the portal date after the college football postseason. And by the way, this goes for the coaches, too. No one can take a new gig and abandon their players until the national title game is played. Then we can have the silly season of all coaches and players making a massive game of transferred twister. How much fun would that be? The very moment the last whistle blows of the playoff title game,
zoom,
that everybody starts running.
I like it. Better than what they're doing now. How can you include that to your team?
Somebody needs to make me the czar of college football. I'll fix this overnight. I'm telling you. By the way, the National Weather Service says snow is forecast for 3 of the 4 college playoff sites on the eve or day of the on-campus games, which means it's going to be 70 degrees and sunny. And typical sports writers, one sports writer says it's going to snow, and another one says it's not going to snow.
Well,
so,
here we go.
Whatever. Gabe Burns of the AJC had this lovely stat. 5 Georgia high school players have now won the Heisman Trophy. George Rogers of the Gamecocks won it in 1980. He matriculated at Duluth High. Herschel Walker of Georgia in 82 went to Johnson County. Charlie Ward of the Seminoles won it in 93. He was at Thomas County Central. Cam Newton of Auburn won it in 2010. He was at Westlake. And now Travis Hunter of the Buffaloes went to Collins Hill High School.
Outstanding.
Yep. Wake Forest head coach Dave Clawson stepping down after 11 seasons. The Deacons were 4-8 this year. And guess who both Norfolk State and Sacramento State are talking to about being their new head coach?
Mike Ditka, ladies and gentlemen. An incredible...
You had the first name right.
Mike Singletary.
Who's the other famous Mike here in Atlanta?
Oh, my God. Not my...
Played for the Falcons. Was kind of a quarterback, left-hander dude. Scrambled around a lot.
Michael Vick?
Michael Vick.
Oh, my God. As their... Oh, wow. Do they have a dog mascot at all? Do they
Mike
have
Vick.
A doggy as a mascot up there?
I don't know what their mascot is, but I don't want to know. There are hundreds of assistant coaches who've been toiling for years around the country
Michael
who
Vick.
deserve a shot at being a head coach.
Who have been coaches.
Never been an assistant.
Michael Vick's not a coach.
That's right. None of them ever tortured, electrocuted, burned, hung, or killed a dog for fun, sport, and gambling habits either. And if that pisses off you Michael Vick sycophants out there, good.
Yeah, all of us. We're on that. Good grief.
Here's some sad news. The longtime pastor of the Auburn football team died yesterday. He fell into the water at Lake Martin over there in central Alabama. The Reverend Chet L. Williams fell from his pontoon boat Sunday evening. They found him about 90 minutes later. He was just 61 years old. Williams, the former Auburn linebacker, had been the team chaplain since 1999, also the campus director of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and the state director for urban ministries for FCA, playing for Auburn from 1982 to 84.
He fell off a pontoon boat and drowned? I mean,
or something happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Something happened. I posted a pic Saturday of a player on the North Dakota State squad looking like Lemmy from Motorhead circa 1995. This guy looked like a Viking.
Yeah.
And Florida State interim head coach Mike Norvell is returning to the school $4.5 million from his salary. They finished 2-10 this season.
Oh, he's giving back his money?
Giving back. Now, some say that it's to help pay for players.
Well, that's probably, I would, if it meant you're going to get longevity by getting better players. But why should he have to pay for it? I mean, this is outrageous. The whole thing is crazy.
The whole thing's a joke at this point. I know it's chilly outside, crisp tweet, but guess what? It's exactly 100 days until Major League Baseball opening day.
100 days, that's it?
100 days.
Holy mackerel.
To get your juices flowing, here's a nugget of joy. In 2004, Ichiro Suzuki averaged 2 hits a game for 63 straight games.
Oh, my God. That's probably never been done. That's
a 453 batting average for 2 months. No one before or after had done that.
I was going to say, that's unbelievable. Wow.
That's almost better than what's his face?
Ted Williams?
What the No, the other
the
one
Japanese
that got the more
guy? Yeah, right.
Williams was the better. No, Williams was the better player. The Yankees center fielder.
Oh,
I've got a brain fart here.
Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays,
DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio. Yeah.
Frank, I think that's a better streak than the 56 game streak.
Probably so.
That's just me.
That's unbelievable.
Over the weekend, the Braves signed a reserve outfielder, former Pirates and Marlins player Brian De La Cruz, to a 1-year deal. 27-year-old slugger will have to make the team in spring training. Could start the season in Gwinnett or maybe platoon in left with Jared Kelnick. De La Cruz hit 21 homers splitting time between Miami and Pittsburgh. Strikes out a lot, though. Dodgers first baseman Freddie Freeman's walk-off grand slam ball from Game 1 of the World Series sold for how much?
$17,000.
Higher.
$81,000.
Higher.
$204,000.
Higher.
All right, $297,000.
Higher.
$17 million.
Okay, now you're being just $1.56 million. It's the third most a baseball has ever sold for at auction.
It ought to be. It ought to be. What a moment! And we saw it. I saw it.
We saw it.
We watched it. I wasn't there, but I saw it. I mean, and again,
as soon as he hit it, you knew it was gone.
And this was after he hit a triple on a bad ankle. I know. I mean, there's no way that he could have done those two things. I mean, he had a bum leg. He hits a freaking triple. How could he run on a bad leg for a triple and then hit the one time that's never happened before to clear the whole damn thing to win the world? I'm unbelievable. By the way, now did he give it to somebody? Give it to Hall of? I mean, who bought it and where did he? I mean,
it was a fan out in the fan. I don't think he sold it. I think the fan got it. I don't know if the team got it from the fan or who got it.
Well, good for him. Outstanding. Congratulations.
The moribund Falcons, I love that name, are at Las Vegas tonight for Monday Night Football, the second game of a twin bill. The first matchup is Bears visiting the Vikings, and it's going to be at the same time for the most part against the second game. They're starting a little earlier than the Falcons. So the Falcons-Raiders game may be the least watched tilt in Monday Night Football history.
Yeah, that's very possible.
Who would watch that besides us who want to watch? Yeah. We enjoy pain. We're masochists.
I think ABC has the other game and ESPN has the Falcons game, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, if they lose, the Falcons will fall 2 games behind Tampa Bay in NFC South, which is hard to believe since the Falcons have beaten them twice this year. Yeah. But, hey, it's the Falcons. Only something like that could happen to them. The Falcons have activated rookie defensive tackle Rook Orororo from injured reserve, but they placed inside linebacker Troy Anderson on injured reserve. And they're probably going to be facing former teammate Desmond Ridder at quarterback tonight. That's probably who's going to be out there. We had not one but two full-grown adult NFL players drop footballs before they crossed the goal line yesterday.
Man, I can't believe these idiots.
How does this keep happening is beyond the pale, except when you come to the realization that some of these football players have the IQ of a can of deodorant. And I'm not kidding. Some of them are dumber than paste.
It's just
and how this
showboating.
can keep happening.
The last thing they think about crossing the goal line is showboating to do a thing. I mean, I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's very singular. It's very narcissistic. It's not a team player.
I mean, for one thing, anytime I've ever played a sport, when you're about to do something at the end of whatever it is, all you're thinking about is that. There's no way you could be thinking about, gee, I wonder what I should do here at the end. I mean, where did that ever come from? Showboating stuff. And it's, everybody makes a tackle. All of a sudden they're doing this stuff. And, oh, man, I'm sick of it.
Brian Finneran of 680 The Fan said that if he was in charge, he would make every player, offense and defense, carry a ball at full speed through the goal line and out the back of the end zone before they could do anything else with it.
Yeah, that's right.
And it makes sense. Yep. Makes sense. Anyone familiar with football history in the state of Louisiana knows that time works differently down there, especially when it comes to benefiting the local teams. Commanders fans were fit to be tied when the clock suspiciously stopped for 4 seconds at the end of the Washington-New Orleans game in the Superdome. This allowed the Saints time to score a touchdown and come within 1 point of D.C. But the Saints went for 2 points and failed, so the Commanders won anyway. The referee said it was a mistake by the covering official, and it was not reviewable. I want that guy's bank account checked, by the way. So this brought up a bad memory for me. In 1972, just upstate in Baton Rouge, LSU trailed Ole Miss 16-10 with only 4 seconds left. Somehow, Bayou Bengals quarterback Burt Jones took the snap under center, dropped back, made a sandwich, ate it, made a play-action fake pass by pretending to stuff the football into the gut of the running back before stepping back and throwing an incomplete pass. All within 3 seconds. That left 1 second for Burt to throw the winning touchdown, but actually was the tying, and then they kicked the extra point. It was such a controversy at the time, the state of Mississippi put a sign up on the border going into Louisiana that read, "You're now entering Louisiana. Set your clocks back 3 seconds."
That's funny. Not to you, maybe at the time.
Not at the time, it wasn't.
Oh, outstanding.
Their sport.
5:31, and so much more coming up here with Pete and Kimmer and Flounder. 5:31, 404-741-1230. Flounder, want to know about that kinky treatment your soon-to-be wife is coming up with? Stand by. Kimmer, Pete, Flounder. Right here. Look out.
Attention Warriors, are you a veteran ready to navigate to success after service? Tune in to the Warrior Alliance Network. Join us as we spotlight inspiring stories, provide essential resources, and connect you with a community dedicated to empowering veterans. From career advice to health and wellness tips, the Warrior Alliance Network is your go-to hub for post-service success. Tune in Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. on Extra 106.3. Join us on the mission, the Warrior Alliance Network, where warriors thrive together. Visit us at thewarrioralliance.org for more information.
Hey, by the way, it's not too late to get that Toys for Tots special present for the kidlets this year at Christmas time at Atlanta Safe House. They have a box up there for the Marine Corps Toys for Tots. Atlanta Safe House, their showroom is in Acworth on Industrial Boulevard. And when you stop up there, even if you're just dropping off a couple of toys, see what's going on there. And by the way, these safes make great Christmas presents. It might sound a little silly, but wait till you see what they have. In fact, you check them out on the web, atlantasafehouse.com. Don't forget, gun safes, no sales tax rest of the year. Pistol safes, all kinds of high security safes, jewelry safes, cash safes. They can build you a vault door. These make great Christmas presents. And again, don't forget, even the big safes, as I'd had, Kimmer, take it from me, they can bolt them from the inside into your concrete floor, your garage or guest room or basement or something like that if you want to. All the top brands. And these guys, Jeff and Mark and the whole team up there with a ho collecting Toys for Tots are always there to help you make the right decision for exactly what you need to take care of your stuff and your rights as well. Please tell them the Kimber sent you with a ho showroom in Acworth collecting for Toys for Tots. Great Christmas presents right now, atlantasafehouse.com.
Hi, my name is Steve from Marietta, and we hired ATL Turf Co. to build our dream backyard golf setup. They installed a large 4-hole putting green, a sand bunker, a short game area, and did a full conversion to artificial grass around the pool with decorative retaining walls. ATL Turf Co. was really creative. They were efficient. The installation was a breeze. Price was completely reasonable, and I definitely appreciated their communication throughout the project. I would definitely recommend ATL Turf Co. to anybody thinking about doing a backyard makeover. You can check them out online right now at atlturfco.com.
Hey, Georgia neighbors, it's time to expect more from your Medicare Advantage. Discover Sonder Health's custom plans tailored just for Georgians. Saunders offers unique benefits, including special plans for those living with chronic conditions. Some plans even come with grocery or gas benefits to support your overall well-being. Sonder Health makes it easy to get the coverage you need. See for yourself what today's Medicare Advantage can do for you. Visit SonderHealthPlans.com, a healthier state of life. Sonder Health Plans is an HMO and PPO with Medicare contracts. Enrollment in Sonder Health Plans depends on contract renewal.
There are crazies on the road. Who knows where they're all going, but if one of them hits you, don't take care of it on your own. Call my friend David Van Sant. He is the lawyer that used to work for the insurance company. The team at Van Sant Law knows who to call, what to say, and will make sure you get what you deserve and what the insurance company doesn't want to pay for. They have your best interest at heart and will take care of everything. If you don't get paid, they don't get paid. My advice, save Van Sant Law in your phone. Today, 855-GA-INJURY, VanSantLaw.com.
There's nothing like being there in person for the holidays. And RBM of Atlanta Mercedes-Benz wants to get you there safely, in comfort and style. Come in now during the Holiday Love Celebration for great offers on the Mercedes-Benz vehicles you've always wanted. Get an exceptional offer on the all-electric 2024 Mercedes-Benz EQE 350 sedan. Just $549 per month for 36 months with $66.93 due at signing, exclusively from RBM of Atlanta in Sandy Springs. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this vehicle and many other models during the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration sales event. Visit today to see how to qualify. Special lease rate available only to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Service through RBM of Atlanta Sandy Springs through January 2nd, 2025. Excludes tax, tag, title, and Georgia Lemon Law fees. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit rbmofatlanta.com or call us at 770-390-0700 for details.
I've never liked CCR, Creedence Clearwater Revival. Of course, they did my theme song for years and years, Up Around the Bed. 1970, though, 5 singles, certified gold.
Early in the evening, just about supper time.
Yeah, doggies.
Over by the courthouse, they're starting to unwind.
There we go.
4 kids on the corner, trying to bring you up. Willie picks a tune out and he throws it on the hum.
Yeah.
Down on the corner.
5 singles, 1970. Certified gold, Down on the Corner, Looking Out My Back Door, Traveling Band, Bad Moon Rising, and Up Around the Bend. The LPs were Cosmos Factory, Willie and the Poor Boys, Green River, Bayou Country, and Creedence Clearwater Revival, 1970. 5 singles and 5 albums, all certified gold. Wow. They were huge. Birthday list: Pete Davis, William the Refrigerator Perry, 62, Bears and Eagles, 10 seasons in the NFL. And I remember that Mike Ditka was made the deal. Refrigerator said he wanted to run the ball, and Mike Ditka said, if you get down to 350, I'll let you do it. And by God, he got down to 350 and let him do it. And then who will ever forget Refrigerator Perry as fullback blasted it into the line and scoring all those 1-yard touchdowns and the 2 extra point type things and stuff. And then they would fake it once in a while too. I think he actually caught a pass, and they would do stuff. But they had a lot of fun with Refrigerator Perry because he would go flying in the right. Yeah,
should have let Walter Payton score that touchdown.
Oh, that's the other thing. In fact, I remember Walter Payton was crushed too. He tried for a while to kind of not show up, but we knew he was crushed. There's no way that they should have stopped him from getting that ball.
It's got breaking news here, Founder. You want me to do it?
Yeah, so the Wisconsin school shooter has been identified as a 17-year-old trans-identified male. Another mentally ill girl on testosterone.
A girl wants to be a boy? A girl wants to be a
test.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Pete, we lost you for a second there. Did what now?
A girl wanted to be a boy, so they supposedly they pop them full of testosterone, which their body's not supposed to be able to handle.
Well, okay, again, this girl who wanted to be a
shootings at a Christian school in the last 2-3 years.
Yeah, this is Madison, Wisconsin this morning. This girl who wants to be a boy came in with a 9mm pistol, murdered another student, murdered a teacher, and shot several other people. And I don't know whether they were all students or teachers involved or adults, but there are 2 that are critical condition in the hospital. Again, 2 dead, and the shooter killed herself. And that's the second girl. Again, we never did get the manifesto. We got
the Nashville shooter.
Yeah, the Nashville shooter was another girl. Another Christian.
But we know
school.
What was the one? We just had a shooting. We knew like an hour later everything about the guy.
Right.
But we still don't know about the tranny in Nashville because they're protected species now.
That's right. Probably part of that FBI undercover stuff. And by the way,
no one's shooting them. They're shooting us.
Yeah. And then, they talk about transphobia. Transphobia, my ass. I'm not afraid of trannies unless they got a gun trying to kill me. They're the ones who are going nuts, killing people. Holy crap. I mean, it's unbelievable. And by the way, you're going to have to look at the family. Obviously, this girl was not keeping it a secret that she was unhappy with her gender. So clearly, there had to. I can't imagine that her parents are going to say, "Oh my God, we had no idea. She always used to wear little pretty dresses and high heels all the time." Obviously, that's not true. So obviously, there's a whole thing going on behind the scenes here, and I can't wait to hear from the classmates. Was she bullied? Was she picked on? Was she part of some club to do? I mean, oh my God, here we go. And again, a Christian school. So once again, they're going to say, oh, well, you right wing. So, I mean, it's oh my God. Tranny. And again, I didn't even want to say it. I thought if it's a Christian school, that come to mind immediately, and they have to, are one, tranny, and other one, Hamas, Jew haters, Democrats.
Russell on Twitter said, trans kids are the new Gucci handbag for the upper middle class wine mommies who need attention.
God, read that and say that again. That's what a quote. Holy smokes.
Trans kids are the new Gucci handbag for the upper middle class wine mommies who need attention.
Well, I mean, oh my God. 17-year-old girl wants to be a boy, murdered at her Christian school, murdered people at her Christian school. I mean, we just went through this. So, and again, I know this. I can't wait for the students who were there. Obviously, everybody in that school, I'll bet you, or at least the upper class kids. It goes from kindergarten to 12. It's 400 kids in there, and I'll guarantee you, all those upper class, the high school version, they all knew about this woman, this girl. And so then, was it a bully picking thing? Was it she was a leader in the movement to kill everyone who doesn't like trans? I mean, I don't know. Did something happen where they shamed her, or her parents wouldn't let her be a boy? Or oh my God. But again, how is it possible? I know how it's possible because of social media and pressure and what's going on with schools, where now let's not forget this, okay? Let's not forget this. We have schools in this country, mostly in places like California, but that's hardly alone. We have schools in this country which will allow a tranny, a would-be teenager who's not happy with his or her gender, if it's a girl, to go to the school nurse and say, I don't like my breasts, I want to hide my boobs because I want to start being a boy, but I don't want my parents to know about it, and the school nurse says fine and gives her a boob suppressor, whatever the hell they call them. There's an actual thing, a boob suppressor, taping like a thing, a girdle for your boobs, and they don't have to tell their parents. In fact, they get arrested. In fact, I swear to God, there was at least a jurisdiction, might be a state law in California. I think it's a state law. If you interfere with a child's gender crisis in school, you get arrested. If you tell the parents against the child's wishes, you get arrested. I mean, how is that possible?
That's insane.
And this is what, so how do you think, I mean, oh my God, how do you explain a teenager getting to the point where this girl, a girl, again, and sorry for being sexist about this, but again, little boys grow up with gun things, little girls normally don't. For a girl to be going through the process of getting ready to commit murder with a gun I mean, how did that start? And we know how it started with a movement to make sure. Hell, we got a tranny here and a tranny there, and it's all now supposed to be fine. And if it's not fine, you're to blame for it.
Everything up here in the brain is chemical. It's chemical and electricity. If you start injecting chemicals into a body that's not designed for that, bad things are going to happen.
Plus, things change. How many cases do we have of kids go through this when they're 15 or 16 years old or 14 and say, oh my God, I wish I hadn't done that? I mean, there's examples all over the place. Your body changes, your mood changes, your chemicals change, especially girls. When they start having their periods, holy cow, I mean, it's just different. Guys don't
suppress it.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Jeez, God almighty. Girl, 17-year-old girl wants to be a boy and got somehow something happened to make her so upset.
Well, if the bullying is so bad and the violence from the trans community is so bad, maybe they should have their own schools.
Well, I think
solve the problem.
I think segregation so that they don't so they feel more comfortable. I mean, would that be the justification?
No bullying.
Yeah. I mean, remember a couple of years ago, the college campuses had black sections only. White people not allowed in the black student and black students, so they can feel cohesive in their own group. Fine, you want to do that? Fine. Put up a sign and I'll stay out. No, I can do whatever you want. Maybe tranny only sections, tranny only things. But again, this happened because of the social media change in this country from the freaking cell phone, and it goes everywhere, every issue, everything. We're teenagers now. How the hell can a 17-year-old, and by the way, this wasn't just a girl who was upset about things. She committed a slaughter. She shot until the gun was empty and saved one bullet for herself. She committed a mass murder, or tried to. She only killed 2, but tried to kill at least 7 or 8 or 9.
And it's not just the parents that are complicit in this. It's the doctors and the nurses and the teachers and everybody who played along with this.
Yeah, everybody. I'll bet there's some school counselor or somebody knew about how raging she was getting. And
who gave her the chemicals?
Yeah,
the testosterone.
All this stuff. I mean, here we go.
I mean, basically, they took a girl who probably would have been a lesbian, and they screwed up her life there.
Yeah. Well, again, that's the other thing. Maybe we were speculating, but again, maybe she was a lesbian, and they fought her, and I don't know.
Well, the study shows that Jordan Peterson is talking about this. By the time they get 18 or 19-year-old, they figured out that most of them are gay.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing that's identified badly because you're going through it at the time. Your chemicals are going nuts. Your anxiety is nuts. You're reacting when you see somebody that turns you on. All of a sudden, you're wondering about your own sexuality. All these things are happening, exploding with chemicals. And at some point, they kind of ease up a little bit.
And adults come in thinking, I can make money off that.
Oh, man. Well, they're doing it. And here we go again. 546, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. We're going to share a little Christmas happiness coming up shortly. Thank goodness. 106.3. Look out.
Hey, it's Rhino from The Morning Extra, getting your weekday morning started from 6 to 10 a.m.
Every other ad that you see for a medicine, this may cause this, that, the other thing. You're like, good Lord, is that this may be even worse? You ever notice that you don't see that on the COVID ads?
And do you know why? Because it's still under EUA.
So
they don't have to tell you anything.
And they're never going to take it out from there because they have to protect themselves.
The Morning Extra, 6 to 10 a.m. on Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Atlanta Braves single-game tickets for the 2025 season are now on sale. Get your tickets for some exciting matchups next season, like when the Phillies come to Truist Park during the opening homestand in April, followed by the Dodgers and Padres in May, the New York Yankees in July, and many more.
He lashes one into left field. That'll drive in 2 runs, 3-0 Braves.
And fans can also look forward to some fan-favorite specialty ticket packages next season, including the brand-new Hello Kitty ticket package in April, where fans will receive a Hello Kitty figure with a light-up bow, the Star Wars package that includes a Braves astromech figure, and the Military Appreciation package, which includes an Army Green t-shirt. Plus, you can go ahead and reserve your spot to play catch on the field for Father's Day. But hurry, it sells out fast. So give the gift of Braves baseball this holiday season, and don't miss out on a home schedule packed with star power. Visit Braves.com/packages to learn more and purchase today. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
Lee Brand Jewelry and Watches would like to wish you a Merry Christmas and to thank all of you who have made Lee Brand a success. Come in this Christmas and experience Lee Brand's unparalleled customer service and beautiful diamond, sapphire, ruby, and emerald jewelry. There's no greater feeling than making Christmas special for someone you love, and special Christmas memories are made at Lee Brand, where quality, value, and service are the Lee Brand difference. Located in Sandy Springs in the Trader Joe's Shopping Center, or visit online at Leebrand.com. That's Leebrand.com.
Make this holiday season electric with a new 2024 Ford Mustang Mach-E from Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs. It's Chuck and Chernoff, and right now enjoy $7,888 off MSRP and receive a complimentary Level 2 home charger with standard installation or supercharger savings with discounts up to $98.88.
The choice is yours at Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs. The Ford Mustang Mach-E, it blends sleek luxury with all-electric performance, making it the perfect ride for your holiday road trips or daily commute. Visit JimEllisFord.com for more details or stop by their showroom on Roswell Road, just 4 miles north of 285. Jim Ellis Ford, Sandy Springs, where the holidays shine brighter and the drives are electrifying.
2024 Ford Mustang Mach-E Select. Example stock number F112889. MSRP $51,885. After $9,888 in total savings from Jim Ellis Ford. Sale price $41,997. Or receive $7,888 in total savings and a complimentary Level 2 home charger and standard installation. Excludes TABT and state fees. Offer expires 12/31/24.
You know, hindsight is always 20/20, and that is especially true with investing. Almost 30 years ago now, I bought my first gold with Lear Capital, and that investment has quadrupled. Now, I wish I really would have spent some more on that and not listened to all the naysayers. You know, I'm all about education, and that's why I choose Lear. They have a new report on the U.S. debt, de-dollarization, and gold. It was written to help you make intelligent decisions on how to protect and grow your wealth. There's even a section on how to protect your IRA and 401k. After reading this report, I urge you to buy gold. Call Lear. And if you already own gold or silver, you might want to consider getting some more or consider gold for the first time. Lear is the company that I trust to help you secure the one hard asset that has stood the test of time. Get started. Call Lear Capital now at 800-511-3700. That's 800-511-3700. Get their free report today. It's worth the call. 800-511-3700. Tell them I sent you, and they're going to put $250 in your account to help you get started. Remember, 800-511-3700.
Hey, Joe. Jimmy calling.
Hey, Joe.
1966.
Where you going with that gun of yours?
The first Jimi Hendrix Experience single, Hey Joe, released in Britain.
Hey, Joe. I said, where you going with that gun in your hand?
It was released on Polydor Records because Decca said no.
I'm going down to shoot my old lady. You know, I caught her messing around with another man.
Hit number 6 in Britain, failed to chart in America at all. 1966, Jimi Hendrix, Hey Joe.
I'm going down to shoot my old lady. You know, I caught her messing around with another man.
Chaz Chandler was managing Hendrix, and he saw the folk singer Tim Rose perform the song at the Cafe Wha in New York City. And that's where it came from, 1966, Hey Joe. Phone calls take priority. Patricia, you're on the radio. Hey, baby, how's it going? What's up? What do you think about all this nonsense? Good grief.
Well, I'm just going to add another layer to it. Washington State passed a law that it's a sanctuary state for trans children.
Oh, boy.
It encourages them to run away from home to Washington State, where they will be placed in foster homes with trans-accepting families and begin hormonal treatment, and the state will never reveal to the parents where their children are.
Yeah. Protecting the children from their own parents. Their own parents. If they run away, they can come to the state of Washington. You know, I remember hearing about that, and I'd forgotten because I didn't think it was real. I thought it was a proposal, but I think it's an actual state thing.
Well, it's passed now. And then on a funny note, one of the commentators this morning, and I'm sorry I don't have the name, said when he was 8 years old he wanted to be a pirate.
Yeah, well,
he was so glad that they didn't cut off his leg and take off his eye.
Yeah, taking an eye patch. Yeah, right, exactly. And Patricia, you're right. Thanks, baby. Always a pleasure to talk to Patricia. 5:53, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. A couple of quick leftover things here, Pete Davis. On this day in history, let's see, 1930, one of our own, a relative on my Facebook page, and the club champ at my New York club back home, where I was the two-time club champion at the Donald Ross course. And the club champion for years when I was a kid was a guy named Bob Jones. And he was one of the relatives of the Bob Jones, and another Bob Jones is also on my Facebook page, a relative and a friend, the sons and so forth. The first Sullivan Award. The Sullivan Award was named for the best amateur athlete. The first Sullivan Award ever, named on this day in 1932, Bobby Jones. Jack Dempsey won the heavyweight championship crown, kept his crown in 1918, beating Carl Morris in 14 seconds. One more other thing, Pete Davis, you remember this, speaking of 1972, the Dolphins franchise had only been in the NFL 3 years. Don Shula, the only perfect season in NFL history, led the league in points, led the league in fewest points allowed. Bob Greasy broke his ankle in Week 5, so Earl Morrall started the rest of the season. Greasy relieved him in the second half of the AFC Championship game, and Greasy started Super Bowl 8, Super Bowl 7. Earl Morrall was 38 years old, was a backup to Johnny Unitas and Bobby Lane. Was named MVP in 1968 under Shula. The pair led the Baltimore Colts to the NFL Championship. Running backs Larry Zonka and Mercury Morse became the first teammates to each rush for 1,000 yards in one season. Anyway, just a couple little sports things here for you.
Don't forget Jim Kick.
And Jim Kick, Larry Zonka and Jim Kick were, they were the guys. And in fact, I was thinking of somebody else who was a Vietnam veteran and was one of the New York.
Rocky Blyer,
Pittsburgh, I think it was. Flounder, let's do it. Can we do a little Christmas cheer here for the little people? And then I want to talk about your wife-to-be putting some kink on you or something. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, poetry from the Kimmer Show. Merry Christmas, one of your favorite poems, if you don't mind.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. It feels so blue. It just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree. It won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blues, it's snowflakes, it start falling. That's when those blues, memories, it start calling. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas up with you, right? But I'll have a blue Christmas.
There we go. Anyway, a little happy Christmas from Porky Pig and the boys here with a Kimmer.
Let them do it.
Okay.
Baby, I'll miss you.
That's the best part.
Well, we got a timing issue.
All right. Okay.
Anyway, because I wanted to talk about Flounder's kinky bride-to-be, but we're going to run out of time. Instead, Flounder...
Oh, dang.
Well, I know. We'll save that for tomorrow, along with a whole bunch of other things. But we do have time for a Nucky's Hoagies, but with the naughty little subsisters here with the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder.
The other big complaint I hear is the line at the bathroom, right? When you go to the concert, you go to the sporting event, ladies are nodding. You know what I'm talking about. Maybe after the show here, big line in the ladies' room. No waiting at the boys' room, right? All right, but let me explain why that is, ladies. There's a reason for that. When you women get into the bathroom, you demand a little something called dignity. You want your own miniature house with a door and a latch and a lock and the potpourri basket, and they're pumping in you in, and you're just sitting there, the queen on her throne, taking your sweet time. Now, if you didn't want to go with the dignity, there would be no waiting. Guys, we got no dignity. We get no waiting. We get a universal trough. We all step to it at once. And we hook arms. No dignity, no waiting. I could design a ladies' room where there was no waiting, but you ladies wouldn't go along with it. I would blow out all the stalls and all the toilets, blow it all out. One giant pit right in the center. Knotty pine, hexagonal bench going around it. Everyone locked their ankles in like they're doing sit-ups in the 80s. From the ceiling, looked like a daisy. No dignity, no waiting. But you ladies wouldn't go along with that.
Now, Flounder, you have in your chest a rash of some kind from when you hurt your back, and your sweet bride-to-be did what now?
So real quick, she had ordered me some alloy or whatever you call it.
Aloe, yeah.
And when we got it, when DoorDash brought it by, it was alloy lubricant for adults.
And you said, "Oh my darling, I had no idea." You sweet thing. Let's get married now. Why wait? Anyway, Kipper, Pete, Flounder. God bless America. Hoorah! I gotta go. You're killing me. Christy, sing me home, baby. And tomorrow we do all this all over again with Pete and Davis and Flounder, and it's only me. Hoorah! Herb, look out! I gotta go. Christy's Herb.
This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Locally owned and heard throughout Georgia on the Extra app.